Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Wednesday, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, wearing some Maddie's Bar and Grill swag. Little Packer backer action. Kyle Wallace. What's going on, Kyle?
You know, the last time I had this on, I was about 6-7 pounds heavier.
Fit better today?
It fits well. I'm slender and sexy, baby. I'm bringing sexy back to KBN Nation.
What do you mean back to KBN Nation?
I mean, when I put on a couple pounds over the last year, sexy left the show.
I mean,
now it's back.
Brad and I are still very handsome. Strofe holds us down a little bit.
Strofe.
Hey.
Strofe dragged us down.
If you need some muscle, man. You need some muscle.
I'm the most handsome guy on the show.
You're skin and bones.
God, if I got jacked, I'd be by far the most handsome man.
But you're not.
It's
and
kind
you're
of
not
close right now that I'm the most handsome guy on the show.
You can't do 5 push-ups.
I can do 5.
You can't do 10.
I can do 10.
No, you can't. We've tried this.
No,
We've done this.
I did 12, I think.
That's still pathetic.
That is
I'm not
so
disagreeing,
pathetic.
but that's not what we're talking about right now.
But it is. It's part of the whole. Like if you're going for like the skinny man's look.
Well, that's being skinny and scrawny is very unattractive. Like imagine your girlfriend being like, "Yeah, my man can do this. He can do that.
He can protect me.
Look, yeah, and then
he can protect me.
He struggles to do 12 push-ups.
Get down and give me 12.
I'm not going to do that, but
he doesn't want to embarrass himself.
And my girl loves me just the way I am, and she would say I'm the most handsome guy.
Until she needs you in a fight.
Oh, I'd win. I got the reach. People forget that.
Oh my
6'3".
The reach don't matter if it doesn't hurt.
The taller they are, the harder they fall.
The scrawny they are too.
Yeah,
Kyle, I'd beat you in a fight.
You definitely would not.
Ben, I don't know.
You
got dad strength.
No, I'm telling you this right now. You
I also have a crazy psycho gene inside me that I don't bring out very often.
You do too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it from my dad.
I don't know. Oh, well, I get, yeah.
Like, my dad will get, like, growing up in the car, you know, like the road rage thing.
Growing up in the car.
Like, you know, you drive
Your
around.
Dad was homeless?
He
was
good. He was strofe.
Living in a car?
Growing up with my dad driving in a car.
Oh, he has road rage.
Yes. One of my favorite stories ever is he talked like, you never be the first person to get out of the car. He said when they approach you, this is one time he told me this story. It's so good. He goes, they got close, and so what did I do? I opened up the door and I smacked him with the door, and the door came back, and he came home with the door swang back at him in the head. And I was like, "Dad, what happened to your head?" Because I knocked the guy out, and then I knocked myself out in the process.
Oh, that's embarrassing, but funny. Very, very funny.
Smart play though, right? If they're gonna attack you, boom, throw that door out, and then it came back in the house. How'd you get that on your head?
Yeah, the door. But you see the other guy.
My dad's dad was a Chicago cop, so
corruption.
Yeah,
Chicago police in the 1950s.
Got away with a lot of stuff.
The corruption. That man definitely
probably wouldn't be invited to Kyle's show on Truth to Power.
Not your grandpappy. You definitely. Yeah, I used to shake a lot of your type down. Used to work with the mob and the mafia too.
Hey, I got ties.
No, for real though. Chicago police were very cool.
No, I mean, it was like the story. Another story that comes to mind was there was somebody in a phone booth, and like they wouldn't get out of the phone booth, and he goes, "You need to get out." And so he just pushed the phone booth over.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'm telling you, policing used to be
do the trick.
Wild.
Get him out of the phone booth.
Even here in Milwaukee, wild. I'm glad our police are a lot better now. Shout out to them.
800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman, Strofe running the show. What do you mean? What just happened?
Just an interesting start to the program.
We talked about how scrawny you are, and then we went into the life of my grandfather that I never got to meet.
Oh, you never met him before?
3 months before I was born, unfortunately.
Same here. Well, more couple months before my
before.
dad's day. Man, we never had this conversation.
Look at us.
Man.
Would you look at us?
Man, look at us learning. Except for mine wasn't. I don't know what he did for a job.
Well, you should probably ask your family about that.
That's what my grandpa did for a job.
You know, it's not that my dad's getting older, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting sort of sentimental. I love my father. You know what I mean? Like provided and been there, like family guy to the core.
Yeah.
I've been starting to get a little sentimental, and I'm starting to see some of those things where it's like, write your story. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if my dad wants to write.
Oh, yeah.
You know, have you seen those?
My dad got my grandpa one, and my grandpa was like, I'm not doing that.
But
No,
like,
your grandpa
I feel like my dad would want to, because I want to know everything about my dad's life that I don't know.
Tug, I was literally thinking about this yesterday driving home because I didn't have any music on. And I was thinking about, boy, I wish I sat down with my grandma and I talked to her about it. She passed away 8 years ago or 6 years ago. And I wish when I was like talking to her, I would have like recorded her. She's telling me all these stories. I said, I wish I would have recorded. I was just listening.
And then my dad's mom taught me disco, because my dad was a disco dance teacher back in the day. She got me into Donna Summer. So like, I used to ride in the car with her, and that's when I learned to sing all these disco songs, and it's crazy. I wish I knew more, or was able to remember. We didn't have phones and cameras and videos.
But what was crazy, but I was thinking, like, dang, like, I'm old, I'm getting older now, and, like, my parents are now getting to the age where when we were younger, like, our parents, they were younger, but we thought they were older, we thought our grandparents were ancient. Our parents are now becoming ancient.
They're becoming the ancient ones.
Like, the people who were born in the 30s, 40s, and 50s are now the people who were born in, like, the 10s and 20s when we were kids.
It's the circle of life here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Drain the phone off the wall. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. True story. Because she taught me this song, I sang it at weddings before I went through puberty because my voice was so high I could hit these notes. I used to sing this at weddings. I have pictures of me singing this at people's weddings.
So I expect to hear
Taking
you
the stage.
singing it at your wedding?
That'd actually be awesome.
Great idea, actually.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I thought that would just be a given.
No.
Would the Brust family join you?
I mean, no, this is a Ben Brust show.
Oh, so it's just...
Yeah.
Just like this every day.
Give me a
2 to 5.
microphone, give me a stand. I'll be swinging that thing around and having a grand old time.
Not the Brust 5 or Brust 4. It's the Ben Brust. You're Michael Jackson.
If you missed yesterday's show, our very own Kyle Wallace went on a tirade about the scoundrels in this office. He left a Target bag with unopened protein bars, cashews that he had ate but were canned, and a bag of salad.
Bag of salad.
That was unopened.
It was unopened.
But I think that's a key critical component here. So Strofe investigated. Our great producer went across the offices, talked to management, talked to upper teammates, and they were trying to figure it out of what happened to Kyle's lunch in the cafe. We then talked to Mark Tauscher about it. We heard audio from Vince Vitrano yesterday, who talked about eating those cashews.
Is there an update on this?
Well, they talked about it this morning on 620 WTMJ on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Oh, Thief and Vince Vitrano.
Vince Vitrano, the thief, allegedly,
There's pictures. I have pictures.
with Mark Tauscher, talked about it this morning.
Oh, wow.
Let's go through what was in the bag. Well, here's what we know was in the bag, Tausch. We know that there was a can of nuts. Right, one of those cashews. We know that was in there.
He loves those.
We know that there were like maybe some protein bars, multiple protein bars. So that maybe would indicate community. But then there was also a salad, which would be the red flag for me. I think
this is somebody's lunch, right?
Right.
So if there's like 15 granola bars,
Yeah.
I would think that they're fair game. But if there is a Caesar salad half eaten, I'm not 100% sure. What are you grabbing forks and everybody's just standing there
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out for everyone to eat.
That was Wisconsin's Morning News on 620 WTMJ with Eric Bilstad and Vince Vitrano, joined by Mark Tauscher. Why you look so mad?
Because they laughed at my pain. They literally laughed at me. Here's the part. They took the salad out and then ate his bar. That ain't funny.
Sure
Ain't
is.
funny. It's nonsense. And then we got missing stuff around the office. You all are thieves. Everybody's a damn thief. Chairs was missing today.
So here's what happened. someone threw it away.
They threw your salad away.
And put all the other stuff out.
Everybody's just standing there
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out.
That's so
It's crazy. They threw the salad away, and then they started eating all Kyle's food.
Bro, that
Did
is.
you hear how hysterically Eric Vilstad is laughing?
He loves it.
And we
he
love
loves it.
Eric's a
great guy.
dude. Great
but
dude.
when he lost it because you had your salad thrown away and the rest of your stuff eaten by the office.
Dog, that's so diabolical to go through somebody's bag and recognize a salad and think to yourself, the salad, it may be a red flag, but you know what? Forget it. It's old. It's been out here for hours. I'm going to throw that away, and everything else is up for grabs. That's this diabolical business happening. Everybody that's upstairs is a suspect. We just had a teammate. Today was his last day, and when I saw the teammate leaving, I said, have a good one. You probably a suspect, too. He probably had some of them bars, too.
So here's
Last thing I said to him.
Here's what I want to tell you right now, Kyle. I also put on my detective hat today.
Did you help?
I'm trying. But you have to put in some effort here because you did mention we have some thieves in this office. This isn't the first time we've had a pizza maker go missing.
Pizzas go missing.
We've had things go missing around this office.
Yeah,
yep,
Kringlegate.
Kringles from Racine Danish Kringles. What I do know is because of all these instances of all, as you say, you now work in Gen Pop since you don't have an office. All these Gen Pop people are causing problems. That we did put a camera in the kitchen. Did you remember that?
See, I thought it was a fake camera.
It
It's
ain't
not
fake.
Oh, it's real.
And so I had went to management and I said,
Do we get access?
if Kyle is willing to look from 12p to 5p and go through all that footage,
100% am.
you would.
100%.
Okay, I just want to know if you were about it.
100%.
I lied. We don't have the footage. No, I'm just kidding. We have the footage. We have the footage.
100%.
I want to know how committed you were.
I am 100% committed
Yeah?
to going through the footage and get to, there it is. There it is. I see him.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you find out the person?
I'm charging up everybody who took it. They won't even know. As soon as I see him, and one of the guys who works here, tall guy, his name rhymes with Barrel. I think he stole something. He been acting barreled.
His name's Harold.
Yes. He been walking around here real quiet these last couple. He been real quiet, hasn't he?
And he's not very quiet.
Not very quiet. I think he's one of the suspects. He's a prime suspect too. And that PDS team we got, I love our partnership development specialists. They do a tremendous job.
I love
They do
the
a
PDS
tremendous
team.
job reaching out to our partners that we have. They're fantastic. But I know they some hyenas too.
Yeah, well, they're
They some
young.
hyenas.
They're young hyenas that are
young
early in their
hyenas.
careers.
And then the interns. Let me tell you about these interns. The
You're putting the interns in this?
They're broke.
They seem very nice, though.
They're nice but broke.
I don't know.
Free stuff they wanted. They
I don't know if
doing.
it takes some gumption from an intern to just start eating others' things.
Well, if they see everybody else eating it, I'm telling you, I have the prime suspects. It's just crazy to me that.
So you'll go through 5 hours
Yes,
of footage
I will
to
go-
see each and every person that ate any of your protein bars or cashews.
It happened between. I know what time it happened between. It had to, because I remember walking up, because I'm a dummy. I remember walking around the office and I saw a Target bag before we had, during our show prep. I see the Target bag and it clicked in my head, And I just kept going because I was just moving around. So it happened sometime between 1 o'clock and probably 4:30. Because
So from
everybody's gone by 4:30.
1 to 4:30, you're willing to look through all that footage to
Willing.
find the culprits.
Kyle, don't forget, you got a detective at your disposal. I'm happy to help.
We gonna help. I don't think y'all understand. Like KBN Nation, they might make this a bit. I'm dead serious.
I know you're dead
I legitimately was heated. I had to call my mom had to tell me.
Calm down, Kyle.
She had to tell me approach it a certain way. My baby girl was like, Kyle, send the email out to Amy. Contact everybody. I said, baby girl, okay. And then my mom said, Kyle, just wait a minute now. Don't get fired. And so she calmed me down. So I was very mad about this.
I know you are.
So today,
I wanted to provide a solution. I wanted to see how far you were willing to go, how much tape you were willing to grind.
Bro, you don't
like
know me.
Jordan Love draft highlights.
I will be going through scouting and seeing everybody's movement, and I will be calling people out. I today came to work with my name on my salad bag and my
you
lunch bag.
learned.
Like, yeah, my girl wouldn't let me leave the house. She said, come here.
How big did it write Kyle?
I have it on the back.
Size 48 font?
Yes, it was massive. It was massive. She said,
Kyle's
come here.
bag.
Yeah, she did. She did that for me.
Not yours. Don't open.
For real, though. For real. So I appreciate you sharing that additional information that people think this is a joke, but it's good that they're talking about it because they know I don't play games. So we're going to watch this film. That's what my homework's going to be.
Well, we know what Kyle's going to be doing tonight, and I look forward to seeing, over to Detective Strofe at the KBN Sports Detective Desk.
Yes, Detective Strofe has had correspondence with a man whose name rhymes with barrel.
What did he say?
Quote, I am honored he thought about me. I think. But it was not me.
Oh, I don't trust it.
I don't trust it. The film don't lie.
I don't trust it.
You know what they say? When you pause it and the ball runner's down, you freeze the film. You see who's around the ball.
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out for everyone to eat.
Objectively funny. Objectively. They threw the salad and they're like, hey, we don't want this bag salad, but we're going to eat all these protein bars.
18 protein bars are fair game.
So good.
That's so bogus.
Oh, man.
Did.
Chris chimes in on the Carbless Talk and text line. This snack thieving story still going on? Solve the damn case, Strofe.
I'm working on it.
Did the note on Kyle's bag say, Kyle's not lunchbox? Well played, Cody.
Actually, to be honest, that's the first thing my girlfriend told me.
Did she tell you I got you a lunchbox for Christmas and you said you didn't want it?
That is the first. She didn't let it out yesterday, but then y'all brought it up. So
I brought it on the air.
So she had the opening finally to bring that up. But she was very kind. She loves me because she knew she knew
love
time
you.
and place, right? She knew that wasn't the time to bring it up.
So speaking of being cheap and taking things and doing things at low value at lower cost, Mark Attanasio, the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, is making waves amongst Wisconsin sports fans and Brewers fans specifically because of some comments that were made. Now, we almost need to put our detective hats on for this one, Strofe. You're still a detective, okay? Because now we've reached the point where, coming up next, I'm going to read a quote from Mark Attanasio. We're going to play the audio from Mark Attanasio. We're going to read a tweet from his brother, Mike Attanasio, because now people feel like Mark was being misquoted. So everyone put your detective hats on, and I want KBN Nation to respond as to whether they think Mark Attanasio is misquoted about his going all in and what his job is as the owner of the Brewers to bring a championship to the city of Milwaukee. Detective Strofe, Detective Brust, Detective Wallace. Back with you, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And make sure everyone's tuning in when we do this, because y'all's faces are going to be like,
it better be sweet.
If you think I'm going to act like that for oatmeal, you're outside your damn
you've never
mind.
had Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
It's not Quaker,
I've
is
also had
it?
chocolate chip pancakes with butter
organic.
and syrup that make me go, oh, baby, oatmeal ain't going to do that.
You'll be surprised. I'm going to do a variety.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Baseball season. So close you could almost smell it.
Off the top of the wall and out of here! Garrett Mitchell, a go-ahead two-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The Brewers are back on the field for spring training. Catch Cactus League action right here on 94.5 ESPN Sunday, February 23rd.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellerson, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a two-man scramble at TPC Scottsdale, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through February 28th. Your winter chance to play TPC Scottsdale awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
At the Knickerbocker Hotel, we believe your stay should be as convenient and luxurious as possible. Whether you're planning a small meeting or a special event, our versatile space is perfect for any occasion. Start your day with a delicious meal at the Knick Restaurant and Bar, or unwind at the Knick Salon and Spa. Wanting to stay active? Their 24-hour fitness center is always available. If you need something custom-made or alterations made, there's a tailor on site. The Knickerbocker, where every detail is designed with your comfort in mind. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
Food's here at Quick Trip, and it's ready when you are. Hungry and on the go? How about a corn dog? Crispy, golden cornmeal batter coating around a juicy hot dog. So delicious. Craving pizza? Quick Trip's Pothole Pizza is just what you need. Thin, crispy crust and a savory sauce, piled high with a blend of cheese. Food's here. Fuel up at your one-stop shop for snacks and meals that hit the spot. Only at Quick Trip.
At Skechers, we put the S in comfort. Now, I know you're probably spelling comfort in your head and asking yourself, is that possible? Am I just a really bad speller? Look, I don't know your spelling aptitude, but Skechers most definitely put the S in comfort because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has developed fits and features that change everything you know about comfort. Like hands-free Skechers slip-ins, the ultimate in comfort and convenience. It's footwear you just step into and they're on with no bending down. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the A to Z savings event at AutoZone.
Yeah, happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with the rotors.
Free. Really?
Really, free.
Okay, I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah, how much is that?
Free with 5 quarts of oil.
Free? Really?
Really, free. It's part of the A to Z savings event.
You might as well call it A to free.
At AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All right, so we'll continue to figure out who stole Kyle's lunch and decide to throw the bag salad away and give the protein bars and the cashews to the rest of the monsters in the office. But Bob Nightingale wrote an article about a conversation that was had with many media members around down in Arizona where the Brewers are in spring training. And this quote was sent to me, and as somebody who is still replaying Sal Frelick's home run against the Mets in his head every day, it really kind of ticked me off. So I start with the quote, we have some audio, and we have a tweet from Mark Attanasio's brother. We're all detectives here. 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. Whatever you feel like the answer to this puzzle is, I want your opinion. First quote that I would like to read. Is it my job to win a World Series, Attanasio said? Or is it my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? End quote. When you hear that initially, Kyle, mad and anger should be the first thing as a fan of the Milwaukee Brewers you should feel.
Yeah, 100. It's your job to win a World Series or make people happy? Bro, winning makes people happy. The experience is based off a good baseball team. And let me tell you, Mark, people ain't coming to the game if you're not winning a lot of baseball games.
So, that was the quote. Now, here is the audio. I want you to listen deeply because the way I read it is how I feel like every single person read it. Just very like, you're reading, it's my job. Is it my job to win a World Series, Attanasio said, or is it my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? This is the audio.
Similar to the question, what's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to, everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series. But it's my job to win a World Series, is my job to provide a a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together.
So when I hear that,
what do you hear?
I hear a little bit of him in jest of the World Series thing. Like he's not basically saying like, is it my job to win a World Series? Because that's how I read it. I read it as Mark being like, is it my job to win a World Series? He kind of says the quote twice in a way where it's like, yeah, I know it is. Like I hear a little bit of I know it is. Should he have said any of this? Absolutely freaking not. But I'm glad I heard the audio, because if I went through the rest of my life reading this quote and not hearing his kind of Bozo the Clown voice, what's with the owners and presidents? Him and Mark Murphy need some media training.
Wait a minute, man. You ain't going to disrespect the people in my city, in my state like that, calling them bozos. They brought us a lot of fun summers.
I was going to say, you ain't mad at me for that. You're mad at yourself for believing in the World Series that he so eloquently says he's not bringing to you.
There's no backtracking from this. I know what I heard. What I basically heard was somebody tell me that, it would be nice to win a World Series, but his main objective is to be competitive. That's what it is. This is like having our boy Herb Cole all over again, where the objective was to try to be as close to 500 or just be financially stable. This is not a guy that's talking about winning. And I am a fan of Mark, right? I am not anti-Mark, but I'm anti this quote, because I don't care how you try to paint it. I know what I just heard. I just heard an owner say that his job is not solely just to win a World Series, but he really wants to make sure that fans enjoy their experience and have a good time. No, bro, like your sole job is to make sure this team wins the World Series. That is a person that tells you blatantly he is not interested in going all in to win a World Series, because he doesn't want to go all in, spend too much money, and then go broke. That's what he's saying.
Right off the rip, Ryan on the Carbless Talking text line, that really irritates me being a season ticket holder. Now, to the rescue, apparently, is Mark's brother on Twitter, Mike Attanasio. He has a tweet here that he quote tweets that somebody says, it certainly seems fishy to me that of all the reporters who were around for Mark's presser yesterday, nobody other than Bob Nightingale had printed the quote that had everyone up in arms. So this was now Mike responding to that tweet. He was entirely misquoted. I was sitting in the room. The goal is to always to win a World Series, but it is also important as a steward of the franchise to provide a summer of passion and excitement for fans so you don't lose a generation of fans like some teams do when you have a very long rebuild. We always want to be competitive to avoid that. Very frustrating to see what the writer posted, which was completely not in the spirits of the comments that were made. We now have quote read. We now have, quote, audio, and now we have Brother Mike to the rescue.
Let me tell you, Brother Mike, let me just tell you something about Brewers fans, right? I've been around Brewer baseball for the majority of my life, right? Sitting there listening to my grandpa listen to the Milwaukee Brewers baseball. There's two teams in the state of Wisconsin that will never, ever, ever have fan base waiver. It is the Green Bay Packers, and it is the Milwaukee Brewers. There are people who come from across the state. They will take buses from across the state on the middle of a weekday to go see a Milwaukee Brewers game. That is how much the Brewers are to this state and also to the city of Milwaukee. And so this has nothing to do with making sure that you don't lose a generation of a fan base. I want him to understand the Milwaukee Brewers sucked. We did not make the playoffs. I believe it was from 1991 until 2008. The Milwaukee Brewers went 18 years or 17 years without making the playoffs, and guess what? Fans still care about our Milwaukee Brewers. So I don't want to hear anything about the fact that, if we're not giving you guys fun baseball, the fans aren't going to come.
I mean, that is true.
No, they may not come to the games.
The attendance won't be as high.
Yeah, attendance may not be as high. They may not come to games. Yeah, that might be the case, but they're still going to be passionate. So attendance means money in the pocket, right? We're not talking about money in the pocket. We're talking about fans having a good time. I can get a good baseball fan by still watching the game. And so this is about him basically saying, being a good steward of baseball means I want to win as many games, get as many people in the seat so I make as much money so we don't have to go broke and make any tough decisions. He's not talking about winning championships, and that should be bothersome to a lot of Brewers fans.
It should be bothersome from a couple of ways, because the thought that he's even having the thought about asking that question out loud to himself as a steward, is it my job to put a team together to win a World Series? Like, yes, the answer is yes. Like, you don't need to ask that question out loud and decipher the right answer. You just say, My job's to win a World Series.
Oh my gosh! And the Brewers didn't make the play. The Brewers just had a winning season in '92. They didn't make the playoffs. They hadn't made the playoffs since 1982. And you still had fans. You didn't lose any generations.
Yes, Alex Strofe, detective or sports Alex Strofe?
This would be Detective Strofe. I am pleased to announce to KBN Nation you are about to hear exclusive audio that has not been played anywhere else. It is the full conversation between Adam McCalvey of Brewers.com and Mark Attanasio, the Brewers owner. Now, obviously, the clip we just heard cut off. I want to play the entire interaction because it's pretty misquoted. Now, heads up, it is 2 minutes long. Benny, if at any point you want to cut it off, you just wave at me, all right?
All right.
But here's the
I'm
full,
all ears.
Here's the full interaction between Brewers.com writer Adam McCalvey and Brewers owner Mark Attanasio.
Mark, given all that's happened in the Yelich contract since, in his career since he signed that, do you foresee ever doing a deal of that magnitude again, or do you think?
Sure. Yeah. Just has to be the right player in the right time in our life cycle. And I think, I thought about this a lot when we did the contract with Yelly. It's great to have generational players that the fans can follow. We had Yount and that, and so you get into some of the questions. What's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series, but it's my job to win a World Series. It's my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together. And I actually, because you don't know when you sign with this, I decided it was that more so than, what could you get for Christian Yelich in a trade, and how would that go into the fancy computer model that Matt and his team have, and so I'm committed to that, and I'm committed to the legacy of all the players. CC comes back, Hall of Famer CC Sabathia. Yeah, he was here for 2 months, and he has a connection here. I try to keep connections with all of the guys who've been here.
He's losing me, Kyle. Is he losing you?
He's just talking.
Yep.
He's just talking. Bro, the answer is
downstairs.
no. The answer is no. We don't plan on making those deals like that for Yelich. We're not going to do that very often. It's going to happen once in a while. I made the deal for Yelich, and Yelich has been hurt too often. The answer is no. I'm not looking to swing for the fences. And he's not talking about winning championships. Families and CC comes back. What the hell? How do we get to CC? What are we talking about here?
And he said he's been thinking about this a lot, and all of a sudden we got to the legacy of CC Sabathia because he went to the Hall of Fame.
People do. They say when people are just talking, they BSing, right? They say that's what he was just talking because he didn't have the right answer, so he just started talking, right? And when you get older, you lose your train of thought.
You've been there many times.
Yeah, stop it. And you lose your train of thought. You're like, wait a minute, what was the question again?
Yep.
I forgot.
He was lost.
He was completely lost because the answer is no. I'm not going to make those large investments and deal with it. I'm going to try to do the most I can with less, and it is what it is. But we know for a fact that his priority is not winning a championship. I'm going to tell you a little secret. NFL owners and a lot of these teams, this is a business. We are fanatics. They are business owners. As a fanatic, we're passionate about it. We look at things emotionally. What do owners do? They look to make their business successful. And a successful business is making money. So that is the thing that he wants to do, is make as much money
He
as
wants you to
possible.
come with your family for generations to come.
Exactly. And if you see a championship, great. But other than that, if it's about catching lightning in a bottle. If right now they have lightning in a bottle, but they have not won a championship, so he is happy. That is what he cares about the most, is making money and trying to be as competitive as possible. But winning championships, he would just be happy to win a championship. He'd be lucky to win a championship. It is not a priority to win a championship because you see what teams do when they prioritize winning championships. They spend moolah.
Or they make moves. They do different things. Obviously, we are very frustrated, or at least I am, in the way that the Giannis era is going right now for the Milwaukee Bucks.
But they're prioritizing winning.
They did trade for Drew Holiday. And when it felt like Drew Holiday's time had come to an end, which he then won another championship elsewhere.
That's like a
besides
number 4.
the point is they invested in a top 75 player of all time in this market, and it's different, right? There's a salary cap, there's a luxury tax, there's second apron, there's all this stuff. There is no salary cap.
There is not.
In baseball.
To the moon you can go with these
when he's
paychecks.
talking about CC Sabathia, he's talking about nothing about what he's doing right now to help this team be competitive.
He was a 2-month rental for what? Because why?
Because they weren't going to be able to pay him long term.
Exactly. Oh, we offered him $100 million. Okay, the Yankees offered more than you knew they were.
This is interesting because the Bucks did this, and it only, in my opinion, matters if they win a championship. We have something really cool that you need to listen to. This is what I think we would love from the Brewers. A splashy move. A great story behind the Bucks. Alex Schroff's going to tell you about it.
Yeah, it's Dame time on Season 4 of the Behind the Bucks podcast, which is presented by Gallagher. Episode 1 of a multiple-part series that takes a deep dive into Damian Lillard's background from being a 2-star recruit to becoming a Milwaukee Buck. Take a listen to a preview of Episode 1 of the Dame Time edition of Behind the Bucks.
Despite his penchant for thrilling moments and getting buckets, Dame was only recognized as a 2-star prospect in high school. But sitting down with him, it was clear. You felt he should have been rated higher.
At that time, I would have said I was probably 4-star. Like, I was always a good athlete. You know, I was quick, I could jump, I could shoot. I always had confidence and toughness.
His AAU coach, Raymond Young, thought otherwise.
I think I would have rated him a 3-star out of high school. Not a 4 or 5.
That's a preview of Episode 1, Behind the Bucks, the Damian Lillard edition, available wherever you get your podcasts. Bucks.com/plus, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant.
I'll tell you why that not just the fans should be mad about Mark Attanasio rambling and not really providing clarity as to what even the hell he was saying in the context of the interview with Adam McCalvy or anyone that was around him when talking about if his job is to win a World Series with the Milwaukee Brewers.
CC
Sabathia. We're going to honor him. That's great, right? Woohoo. Come on. Come generations to come. Come to American Family Field. More next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, I've been a fan of you since Scalzo and Brust was on the air. You kind of are like a Pat McAfee for the ESPN Milwaukee. You kind of revolutionized this channel and stuff.
Leo, I'm here for you, and I appreciate everything you say. We love you listening, and you can call in every day and say that. I won't get old.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Are things getting a little stale? Need to bring back some excitement? Rekindle the romance and love your ride this month at Kunis. Your Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis dealerships are showing the love with new vehicle specials you'll adore at nearby locations in Oak Creek and Greenfield. From the affordable Buick and Vista SUV to the rugged GMC Sierra pickup, they have vehicles for every budget. Thinking pre-owned? Visit your local dealership website for a sweetheart deal on one of our 10 pre-owned super specials and swipe right for service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Kunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Kunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Love your ride this month at Kunis. Start your search online at KunisBuickGMC.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
When two equally powerful opposing forces meet,
this is one of the best rivalries in the NBA.
Something has to give. These collisions can make entire cities shake. For centuries, the world's leading minds have tried to describe these cataclysmic events.
Do you believe this?
But National Basketball Association calls it Rivals Week. NBA Rivals Week. Heat versus Bucks and Celtics versus Lakers. Thursday from 7:30 Eastern on TNT.
Now's your chance. Tackle those bigger projects with an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Transform your home with a new Dakota closet. Build your dream bathroom and save on luxury tubs and showers. Customize your kitchen with Clearview cabinetry. Or start your big garage project. Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. 11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See Menards.com for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Introducing the newest carbless flavor, Mango Vodka. Flavored with the essence of the ripest, freshest mangoes, carbless mango vodka will transport your taste buds to a sunny beach getaway. New flavor, still the same carbless crafted cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugars, and only 100 calories. Enjoy a refreshing vodka cocktail without the guilt. 4 packs of the new carbless mango vodka cocktail are available in stores near you. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and escape with every sip.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's
Detective Strofe is actually working very hard behind the scenes to find out who messed with Kyle Wallace's lunch bag. We'll get to some updates later in the program. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. No Nortman. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, for those who have not been with us, this was a quote that I read last night from a story from Bob Nightingale, and it set me off a little bit, made me kind of annoyed, obviously, because when Attanasio was talking to the media, this is one of the quotes. Is it my job to win a World Series, Attanasio said, or is it my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together? This is the audio version of this, which is going to sound different than the way I read it.
Similar to the question, what's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to, everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series. But it's my job to win a World Series. It's my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together.
So in the audio, it feels like a rhetorical question. Fair? A little bit? More of like I'm kind of talking out loud. I may not know where I'm going, but I'm talking.
Oh, he didn't know where he was going.
But the thing that strikes me most from reading the quote and hearing the quote is that it all is believable. Right? Like the fact that as Brewers fans, you hear the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers talk about the questioning of, is it my job to win a World Series? Even in a rhetorical way, I find myself disappointed in that fact.
Yep.
I find myself thinking, well, the fact that this is believable is dumb.
It's his fault.
And watching the Brewers right now have the second best odds to win the NL Central, and they essentially did nothing in the offseason. They essentially signed nobody of true significant value, and they still have a chance to be competitive and put butts in seats and continue to make revenue.
And the reason, here's the thing, when I look at this, right, like when he said, is it my job to win, the reason why I have an issue with this, it should have been, is it my job to win a World Series? Yes, that is my job. But I also am a steward of baseball, and I'm very mindful of the fact of what this baseball team and what these memories means to the
families.
So
and what I love is coming to the ballpark and sitting with them and creating those memories with them.
He did not say that because he was being honest and truthful, where to him, winning a World Series is not as important as being a steward of baseball and having a summer of passion, right? And if Mark Attanasio was to look at it as, all right, we're gonna build this team up, and as you build up the team, like the Brewers have a young Bryce Terang, a Jackson Churro, who they did sign an extension to, and Garrett Mitchell, is that eventually you need to start signing these guys. It's one thing to tear down and build up, but when you start building up, hold on to some of these young prospects. Don't just say, okay, we'll have arbitration. Then maybe we're going to have to trade you. No, don't go through that cycle. Eventually capitalize on the fact that some of these guys may win when you give them a bigger contract. It may take for them to get into their late 20s and early 30s to win. But by that time, you're already thinking about trading them like Josh Hader, trading them like a Devin Williams, trading them like a
Corbin
Burns. We can keep. I mean, there's it's a cycle.
It is a cycle.
CC Sabathia.
Well, I mean, the rental that was. Now, I think it is a fascinating conversation because if I am in the clubhouse, I don't know if I'm receiving this in a positive way, right? Like, oh, I'm on this team. You know, when the trade deadline comes, we're in first place of the NL Central. I mean, we got a shot, but is Mr. Mark going to do something as significant as these other teams are? They never will be the Dodgers. We know that. But when they're consistently putting themselves in a spot, it's very similar to the Green Bay Packers in a way where they're always in it. But are they going to make the trade that does the thing that pushes them over the edge, or are they going to continue to find the sustained success?
Satisfied with overachieving.
We do. I feel like we're in the same. The Milwaukee Bucks broke the cycle. They did because they made trades. They leveraged the future. And we can be mad about the way things have gone, but they won a championship for the first time in 50 years. And you'll remember that confetti that you took from that court forever. But even the sustained success of the Badgers and the way the Badgers have done things, like it's always been sustained success in every sport that we watch. And it's almost like we've grown so accustomed to it that sooner or later we just want one team to do something different than the other team to make us happy as fans, to be like, hey, at least they did something different, but instead we keep wishing and wishing and wishing. Sean and Beaver Dam, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey, guys. I'm happy to hear you say that there have been, obviously, and the reason why is because you're a competitor, and I get business, got a business degree, blah, blah. I understand making money. Cool. But the problem is you're in a sports league. You should be a competitor. You should want to win at all costs. I mean, I get profitability, but this upsets me when I hear him say that, because his apathy towards the Wisconsin fan, that disturbs me. When you need to be winning, and I get it, they did a great job last year, but if you're just going to settle for mediocrity to have families have fun at the ballpark, you need to sell the team, and you need to get people in there that actually want to win. So that's my take on this, and it's disturbing to me. Thank you.
Thank you for the passion and the opinion, Sean. I have a much greater respect for Matt Arnold as the general manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. Well, my man's grinding.
Well, that's why David Stearns left. That's why Craig Counsell
left. I know, but my man's grinding this role. He's feeling Jackson Churio 18 years ago. I mean, he's not even 18 years old. When Jackson Churio was born, he's like, we got to sign that guy. We got to go to the Dominican. This guy looks like he's got the frame. Look at his early results on the weight and height.
I'll say this, though, about the sell the team thing. I won't tell him to sell the team only because of this. Is that I remember the dark days as Milwaukee Brewers fans of watching this team that was absolutely terrible, winning like 50 baseball games, 60 baseball games. And I remember Bud Selig passing it down to his daughter, Wendy Selig. I remember the dark days, right? And so at the end of the day, Mark Attanasio has been, to me, the greatest owner in Brewers history. And so hopefully we'll break through, but I'd rather have the devil I know than the devil I don't.
Yeah, you're weak.
You can say that, but
you're weak.
No,
you're not built like Sean and Beaver Dam and myself.
Even when
we're business guys, and we still are competitors.
Yeah, you're not strong like me, Kyle. Yeah, I'm really strong.
Understands profitability.
Can do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But my
girlfriend told me not to bully him because of his condition.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like when I go into American Family Field, it's fun. Like when the summer comes,
it's
fantastic. The tailgating's great. There's nothing like the outdoor tailgate in the summer where you just park your car and you have a grand old time and you go inside and you might do what Brad Nortman would do.
Well, KBN Nation, wherever I am on the globe, you know I'm enjoying a carbless in my hand, which is what I'm doing right now. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 gluten. That means 0 guilt. 100 calories per can, and made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. It's going to satisfy that tequila, vodka, rum cocktail that you're craving, that I'm craving. They've already changed the game when it comes to all of their flavors. All the different vodka, rum, tequila cocktails, whether it comes to lime or black raspberry, or the classic cocktails like margarita and Moscow Mule. But listen to this, the 5 new flavors of 2025. Mango, love me some mango, and the Tropical Bliss 4-pack. Grapefruit, blood orange, watermelon, raspberry. I've tried them. I love them all. No surprise there. Carbless knocks it out of the park once again. They're going to make any night that you want to kick back, relax, just like me, a night to remember. Go out there, try the Tropical Bliss package, the new mango flavor. There's so much more, continuing to show why less is more with Carbless.
Thank you, worldwide Brad Nortman. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman with you until 5 o'clock. This prop I'm holding on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison is a prize wheel. Strofe said I get to use it next segment? Hell yeah. Check it out on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. What am I going to land on? Big money, big money, big money.
This
no
is
whammies,
Kyle
no whammies,
Brust
no whammies.
and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
You're
not young, wild, and free.
Yeah, I am young.
You're not
wild.
that.
I am
Every
wild.
time I ask you to do
Wild.
something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why are you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business? I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. The Green and Gold Championship window is on the clock.
To me, their window is now wide open. From here on out, they have the opportunity to get to the Super Bowl.
The countdown to the NFL draft in Green Bay is on.
Goody has to start figuring out his first-round draft picks. Goody's inability to nail the first-round draft pick is what is keeping this team from being a true Super Bowl contender.
Green and Gold off-season talk right here. 94.5 ESPN and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The new year is here, and we all know it's the perfect time to hit the reset button. Let's be real, guys. Feeling confident in how you look and feel isn't just for women. That's where Quintessa Aesthetic Center comes in. From now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering exclusive packages to help you start 2025 as a more confident you. Whether it's weight loss plans or even IV therapy, Quintessa has personalized options backed by medical experts to help you look and feel your absolute best. Visit myquintessa.com to learn more. Make 2025 the year you feel confident inside and out.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
For more than 40 years, Network Health has been the trusted experts in health plans. Just like you, they're honest, hardworking, and grateful to call Wisconsin home. Whether you're seeking coverage for yourself, your family, or your employees, Network Health has you covered with a range of options, including individual and family marketplace plans, employer plans, and Medicare Advantage plans. Call Steve Llewellyn, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. The Saganiac Planning Marquette basketball greatest scorers. Marcus Howard has all the records at Marquette, and his greatness might also be best explained by saying he passed George Thompson. Thompson, 1,773 points when finishing in 1969. It was the Marquette career mark until 2009, 40 years later. And with Marcus Howard, Thompson the only player averaging over 20 points per game for a career. George Thompson, not number one, but he belongs in the same room with Marcus Howard.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Wheel on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. My name is Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace. Alex Strofe doing a lot of complaining during the breaks while running the show. No Brad
Investigating.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. And you can also see us on YouTube, like I mentioned, at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. What do I do with this prize wheel?
Is that a question or a rhetorical question?
I'm not Mark Attanasio.
No, that's a legit question. He just has.
What do I do with this prize wheel?
Well, are we doing Becoming Relevant?
That was my cue to get in there.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant. It's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
If you weren't too busy being a pot calling a kettle black during the commercial break, you would have answered my question when I asked if we were doing Becoming Relevant this segment.
I don't remember you asking that question.
I do recall. I thought it was a given. I just he teased her.
That red thing in the middle is kind of trippy.
Yeah, it's what's that called? Hypnotizing.
Uh-oh, Ben's gonna get hypnotized.
All right, Ben,
I was once hypnotized on the air on Scal Zone Brust.
Wow,
really?
I want to hear that story.
All right, Ben, spin the wheel. Let's play a game.
All right, here we go.
What color do we want here?
Yeah, does it matter?
I'll tell you when you hit the color.
It's okay.
Oh, perfect. Red. Yes, it's red.
All right, I love red.
Red is lose your turn. Hand the wheel to
No,
Kyle.
it's yellow.
No,
Look,
it's definitely red.
Oh, you are a cheater. Move.
It's yellow.
It was
Oh
definitely
my gosh,
red.
you're on camera.
Hand it to Kyle. Hand it to Kyle. Hand it to
I
Kyle.
100% moved it.
My goodness, this man. What do you have?
I
want to
play.
Or dignity about
If
yourself.
he hits a red, you'll be able to play.
All right, here we go. Spin, 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 spin. Now, go ahead. Give me that green. Give me that green.
Green means money.
Give me that green.
Ooh, you want
Strofe's
green.
handing
Give
money.
me that green.
Red. Oh, blue.
Okay.
Oh, it's blue.
Wait. Oh, I moved it in it. My hand moved it.
It's blue.
It was
Good
blue.
honesty by you.
Yeah.
Which is for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh.
Why are we
Dan
talking about the Chargers?
Graziano on ESPN.com today talking about defensive end Joey Bosa. Quote, the people I talk to think cutting him is the likely outcome, end quote. If Joey Bosa hits the open market, do you want him on the Green Bay Packers?
He's too often injured. He'll make me mad. I don't have time for me to be mad at Goody.
Games last year at 5 sacks, which is less than Rashawn Gary.
Yes,
Even
and
worse.
before that he had 9 games and 5 games, and the sacks weren't that great.
Yeah.
I see why they want to cut him, and I see why after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in the league that this does not make sense for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Bosa's the one that you
but
like.
beggars can't be
mad.
choosers.
Right, exactly. I don't know if they're in a position to say, we don't want him.
But what do you mean we don't want it? He's going to probably demand some type of good money. I don't want him. I don't want to.
He had 10.5 sacks in 2021 and then 2.5, 6.5, 5.5.
That's
Yeah,
4 years ago at this point.
He's washed.
All right, Kyle, spin the wheel again.
Oh, I get to spin again.
Wait, he gets to go until it's red?
That's correct,
That's
yeah.
how it works. Here we go. Spin, 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 spin,
Red,
spin,
red, red,
spin,
red,
spin.
red.
You're a
Blue's
hater,
turn.
hater, 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 hater. No red here, baby.
Red! No.
It's the middle. It's the middle. I dropped it.
Strove.
It's red. Give the wheel back to Ben.
It was in the middle. This is
In
garbage.
the middle of what?
Dog, it stopped. It legitimately stopped on top
you're
in the
a cry
middle.
baby.
No, you are a liar.
Spin.
He knows it.
No whammies, no red. It's gonna be red for me, I guarantee. Blue. This is not another Chargers thing, is it?
No, we'll go to the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis talking with the media for the first time since February 5th about his left calf strain. Quote, felt a little bit of discomfort in my calf. I've said this year. I want to be smart. One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. That's a long time. But at the end of the day, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart, and I'm trying. End quote.
Oh,
from
man.
Giannis Attanasio as the Bucks gear up to return from the All-Star break.
Do I just react?
Yeah.
Because I have a reaction.
Give me a reaction.
Don't love it. Don't love the fact that this man is not 30 yet. Right?
He just turned 30.
Just turned 30?
Yeah.
Regardless.
In December last year.
I understand the premise is correct. You're supposed to be healthy at the end of the season towards the playoffs. But if you're thinking about injury while you're in the middle of a season, that worries me. Whenever you think about injuries and you start changing your habits because of injuries, that is always a bad recipe, and it puts your, because then you start thinking on the court. Ooh, should I make this move? I hurt my calf. And then you hurt other stuff. It's just like, it's the mental component of playing sports that I don't like. You either play or you don't. You don't want to be thinking in the middle of the season, I got to be healthy for the playoffs, because then you're not, you either go or you don't. And I know it, I understand the premise of why we need him. The last 2 years in the first round, he has been hurt. And we've been sitting here like, oh, it'd be nice if we had Giannis. We probably wouldn't get knocked out of the first round. We're hoping that Chris Middleton with Kyle's 2 knees that can barely move somehow are playing well against the Pacers.
That's why they had to trade. I told some people that when I was sitting courtside with Attanasio, I said, listen, his knees is as bad as mine.
I'm not a fan of the thinking about injury and talking about injury because you're thinking about somewhere later in the future.
Dude, you answered the question of why I'm okay with it.
I know. I know. We talked about this with Josh Jacobs. I get it.
To be
when he was hurt,
like,
this is my stance when it comes to injuries. I don't like when you're thinking about every move because you want to be healthy for the later.
Do you think Giannis is thinking about every move when he was on the court? Giannis is locked in and focused on being a beast and the best player he can be. And so I am happy that Giannis is taking a more
hey, does he get to answer?
Yeah, you answered too. What do you?
Yeah, everybody gets to answer.
What is wrong with you? You legitimately answered about Joey Bosa. You went through stats talking about 2021. He had this, that.
But at least I brought up stats.
All right, I've got one left for you fellas. Blue and purple is a group. Green and yellow is a group. Red is lose its
You're telling me you only had one question per color? You didn't have backups?
That's a lot of questions.
Come on, man. No, it's not. It's his job.
Well, he sucks. Ben sucks. He's selfish.
He just likes to complain.
I have a high standard.
Came in on this segment complaining. And is still complaining. Please be red. Thank God. Give it to Kyle.
Son of a gun!
Yeah, that's what you get. Give it to me. You're what's called? You're a scoundrel.
Breaking equipment.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well. Wouldn't be the first thing that got broken around here. Here we go. Spin, baby. Spin, baby. Come on.
Why'd you have to spin it so hard?
The only way I know how to do it. Go big or go home, buddy.
Red.
Nope. Oh! Purple. Violet.
Purple, violet.
Oh, that's blue. Well, it's violet.
Well, that is for Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams.
That's perfect. He's violet.
Who was doing an autograph signing and signed multiple cards that will be put into packs with Green Bay Sucks.
He's so stupid.
God, that's so lame.
Man, oh my gosh.
Every time I hear stuff about the Bears, it makes my decision to disassociate myself with the city of Chicago so much better. They're so stupid.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Caleb Williams, what is his record against the Green Bay Packers?
1-1.
What is his record against the Lions?
0-2.
What is his record against the Vikings?
I think it's 0-2, but I'm not certain.
Why is he concerned about Bro, you're 1-1. You should be more concerned about the top dogs. The Packers were good last year, but we didn't win the division.
You're missing a big point here. His new head coach made a joke about beating Matt LaFleur, and so he's following the footsteps of top down.
Oh, so they want to go for third place. Cool. We're gunning for third place. You guys are idiots in Chicago. Just stupid. Priorities totally off. Caleb Williams sucks.
Caleb Williams sucks. Ha! Caleb Williams sucks. Ha!
And this is why.
This is why. That's it for Becoming Relevant on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You guys were just more fascinated with the wheel than the actual game.
Well, the game.
No, I like the game.
The game was fun. I just thought your questions stunk. I have high standards for you, Strofe. I think you're better than that.
I have high standards for you. Lead the show.
I am. I've done it all show long, and I'll continue to do so.
Red comes up quite a bit.
Yeah, is this thing rigged?
It is rigged.
You know, it's funny. I didn't spin red once on Mr. Irrelevant.
Aren't you Mr. Perfect? Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe running the show. No Brad Nortman. In 2 minutes, we'll be back. And this kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. I saw something. I don't even know if you talked about on Mr. Irrelevant. I don't even know if Strofe knows this. I'm going to educate Alex Strofe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. I'm going to educate you next.
You can accomplish quite a lot in 6 years. You go from changing diapers to dropping your child off at school. You can get a bachelor's and a master's degree. And you can take up to 6 years to pay off your brand new Pella windows and doors at 0% interest. You get so much more than stunning windows and doors. It's the Pella experience. Talk about quality control. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 3/8/25.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Picture it. Beautiful plants, freshly mowed lawn, crisply edged flower beds, and your grilling dinner out on an incredible back patio. Landworks Wisconsin is ready to plan your green space. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all your landscaping needs. Their team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Get ready, Oak Creek. Tsunami Express is making a splash with a brand new location at 6900 South 27th Street. Join the grand opening celebration February 12th through the 23rd. Enjoy free washes and snag an unbeatable deal. Just $5 for your first month of unlimited washes. Plus, 100% of the grand opening proceeds go to Special Spaces Wisconsin, creating dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Make a difference while getting your car sparkling clean at Tsunami Express in Oak Creek. See you there. Offer valid for new members only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Well, Stevie Sports Cards, yes, I know you love Brad, and Strofe just let you know on the Carbless Talking text line, Brad is okay. I have been in contact with Brad. We've been texting.
You text him personally? Oh, about what?
That's between me and Brad.
I know. I feel left out.
Well, you haven't reached out to our guy.
I have not. I just let him be on his vacation.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, no Brad Nortman. Strophe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And this was from Dan Graziano today at around 12:17, so 13 minutes before Mr. Irrelevant on YouTube with Alex Strofe. The NFL today informed teams that the 2025... hit it. The NFL team...
Damn, boy, slow down. Sound it out now.
Remember when he said he's been leading the show perfectly all day?
Goodness.
Shouldn't have said that because I really was doing a great job.
He was the kid in the classroom. You'd be like, get it out now.
Come on now. That hits me too deep because I was that guy.
Man, come on now.
Now I'm going to go cry in a corner.
Take your time.
Him chirping me while trying to read isn't great success for Benny Brust here. The NFL today informed teams that the 2020...
Oh, my
Give
God.
it to me. Give it to me. What are you reading? Damn. Give it.
One more try. One more try.
Give it to Kyle.
Give it to
All
me.
right, per Dan Graziano
Give it to me.
on my phone on Twitter.
All right. Per Dan Graziano, the NFL today informed teams that the 2025 per team salary cap will fall in the range of $277.5 million to $281.5 million, way up from last year's $255.4 million. Cap will have increased by more than $53 million over the last 2 years.
Up $53 million the last 2 years. So for all them complainers about the Jordan Love contract, wait till you see some of these new contracts that come out for some of these quarterbacks. It's going to be 65 annual, maybe some 70 annuals, and Jordan Love's going to be at a 55. He's going to look cheap.
He is going to look very, very cheap. But guess what this means? Mr. Goody, it's time to open up that pocketbook a little bit because it's time to pay some difference makers because the Packers don't have a lot of guys, their own guys. This is great because the Packers don't have a lot of their own guys that they need to re-sign. And when you look at guys who are up for an extension, you're talking about a Zach Tom who's going to get paid, but he's not going to be one of the highest paid tackles in the NFL. He's going to get paid well, but he's not going to get paid that much.
I hear you, but you're Mr. Big Expectation offseason guy.
Yeah,
so
you got more money to spend now.
Yeah, I know that.
Lotto.
So when the salary cap goes up, naturally, yes, you are going to have more opportunity to spend money, but the demand now from some of these players will also go up even if they're trash. If they're just available right now, they're going to be like, well, I'm available. And they're going to go to every team that has the need, and it's going to be a price war. And so I actually think this hurts the Devontae Adams situation for the Packers if he does get cut. Yeah, because again, we were all comfortable with the numbers Adam Schefter was throwing out, that $20 million. But what if he's like, well, if the Packers pay me $20, but San Francisco or LA will pay me $30? I mean, $10 million is $10 million, Kyle. You would agree on that.
$10 million is a lot of money. A lot of money.
I don't think he's going to do less, but do you expect Goody to do more or the same now that the cap has gone up $53 million in the last 2 years?
Goody probably knew the cap was going to go up and strategically was probably planning for that. So we look at this Green Bay Packers football team, now that you have a little bit more cap space, as you said, other teams have more cap space to compete for these different players. But my expectation has not changed. I still want Goody to make a play for impact players and go and get guys because this football team is incomplete right now. This football team is not at a point where we can confidently say they are going to be competing for championships. And now that you know that you will have more money to spend, on top of that, you have attractive pieces. You have a Jordan Love at quarterback that people around the NFL think highly of him. You have a running back in Josh Jacobs that the way he's been talking this offseason, it seems like people probably think he's a dog too. So you have a football team that won 11 games. So though the Packers may not have the most money to spend, they have guys at key positions that can attract talented guys to say, you know what, for $2 or $3 million less, I may go to Green Bay because I have a chance to have a legitimate shot at winning a championship. So Goody, the expectation has just heightened now. Spend the money.
Be the anti-Mark Attanasio.
Yeah. That's completely different. Ain't no salary cap there. He said I can't compete with dudes with contracts where they're getting paid money after they get done playing baseball.
I'm really fascinated by this because I hear this news and my brain still goes to temper expectations.
Why? You more money to be spent?
The Packers have gone into seasons with more money to spend. Now they're going to spend. They're going to spend, but they have gone into seasons where they had $10, $15 million left, and it's just like, okay, like why not use it?
No, because you know what? When you look at this roster,
draft picks. That's it.
No, I'm saying post-draft picks.
No, the Packers. To me, when I look up and down this roster, there's not a lot of guys that you're looking at. Your first-round picks aren't getting second contracts, right? So these guys who are going to be some of the highest-paid guys, they're not going to be highest paid because they're not going to get the second. I mean, Quay Walker, regardless of how he plays this year, if the Packers give him a contract again after this year, if they don't give him the fifth-year option, then he gets a contract, he's not going to be one of the highest-paid linebackers in the NFL. And if he is, it's because he performed way above what we expected of him. So you don't have to dole out money to other people. So you basically have to, find those big-time playmakers that you did not draft and pay them.
So a lot of great comments and questions coming in from KBN Nation on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. $53 million. The cap went up. And as Mark Tauscher, old T from Oldie and Tausch would say, This is what Peacock and Netflix and Amazon do for your league, is it helps the cap go up.
Damn, you saw me sneeze about 6 times. You didn't say bless you once?
I was trying to keep the show going.
Bro,
God bless you 3 times. Times 3.
Disrespectful.
The salary cap increase is great from Dave from Aaron. I would re-sign Myers today. Right? Now we got to pay McManus. Then we should do a Myers and McManus from Ernie. Now here's the thing that I have with this. Just because the cap went up doesn't just mean, if you had a plan that Josh Myers wasn't the future center for your team, you don't just say, oh, we'll take him on the cheap now. No, you want to use this as an opportunity to either
improve.
draft or get a guy at a position that you know you can move Elton Jenkins to center and then get better at guard.
There
right?
is somebody you can draft that will be better
You don't
than
just
Josh
say, all right,
Myers,
because the cap went up, let's stay where we were. The goal is to always be getting better.
And Josh Myers had a better season, but overall, you can replace Josh Myers. He's replaceable. Any guy that's replaceable on this roster, you don't need to give them any type of money like that. So, no, we can still let Josh Myers walk because we need to upgrade that position. And it may be in-house that we upgrade the position as well based off how this offensive line might shake out next season.
Does this give you any more hope that you should go back to Jair Alexander and ask for a restructure?
Nope.
Because Rob Domofsky said that's stupid, Brad Nortman.
That ain't happening.
No, it's not happening. The relationship is over, right? You know when you're in a bad relationship and y'all just don't even stand looking at each other.
I know, but this is just so fun. I know you don't like looking at each other when it's done. I feel like Goody was just handed an opportunity for Packer fans to get excited. But it's also scary because is he going to?
Why are we acting like the Packers are the only team that get a salary?
That's my point. Is everyone else is doing it now, and we're all getting excited about all these different things that you can do.
Yeah, people are going to get paid more.
But everyone else is going to get paid
You're
more.
the only one doing it.
I know, but that's my thing. I started with is I am tempering my expectations, but the idea of it is fun. The idea that the Packers will do more and be more aggressive because there's more money is fun to think about, but every other fan of a team, of all 32 teams in the league, is doing the exact same thing I am. Ooh, look at all this money we found. Let's go spend it.
Now, I'm confident that the Green Bay Packers are going to make moves, right? They did it last offseason. I know we said they never do that. No, this is a multi-step process. Step one was
are you in conversations with Goody about his 3 to 5 year plan? Because I really do find it fascinating that we cite 2019 and 2024. Do you realize there was a 4-year gap in between there that really didn't make any significant moves?
They got 4 in 2019. They got 2 in 2024.
I get that.
There's 2 to 3 more for them to get.
Based off of what? When they didn't do anything for 4 years. I know there was some dead cap money that they were carrying for Bakhtiari and Rodgers.
There's 2 to 3 more. Only reason I say 2 to 3 is because of the fact that there's some B guys out there.
They're a draft and develop team.
They're going to draft.
They're not a trade and free agent team.
Listen to me now, Benjamin. The Packers have way too much cap space and actually have a legitimate shot to be better, that they're not going to utilize that. They reshaped and changed that safety position, invested in that. They moved on from a running back in Aaron Jones and got Josh Jacobs. They are looking to get better. The Packers are going to utilize this cap space because they have it, and they have their window of opportunity that is open right now.
And
they know in the future they may not be able to
Here are teams with a similar amount of cap space.
That's what I was going to go to, because when you brought up the point that other teams also the cap open up for. The point is the Packers were in a decent spot of being in the top 10 to 15.
They're 14th.
Yes, in that range. So who's around them?
Well, I guess let me start with the teams that can spend big. Right, New England is far and away number 1, right? But they're bad. Washington's 3rd.
Oh wow. With a young quarterback, that's a good spot to be.
Yeah, they're number 3.
Yeah,
they have $79 million free.
But they probably have a lot of guys to probably re-sign though.
The point right now, Kyle, isn't to try and dissect what Washington has to do internally. It's the fact that they went further than the Packers, and we all had a discussion about how good Jaden Daniels is, and to get him on a rookie contract and to have this amount of cap space is a positive for them.
It helps.
Pretty much all of the NFC West is around the Packers. The 49ers have more money. The Rams are just behind them at 15th. And who am I missing in the NFC West? San Francisco?
Seahawks?
Oh, yeah, the Seahawks are way
But
down.
the majority of the teams with cap space, what you're telling me, are ass.
To a point, right? San Francisco's there. Pittsburgh's in there. Cincinnati's has more than the Packers.
And they need to sign.
And as mentioned, Washington with the 3rd most cap space. So there's some good teams in the NFC that are right there.
Yeah, again, I'm not the Packers, based off what you just told me, you made me feel even better. You made me feel even better because the 49ers, they got to sign a quarterback.
Glad, but we'll see.
The Bengals, they got to sign somebody too. They got to sign T. And so, the
Niners don't have to sign a quarterback, by the way.
Okay.
Brock Purdy's still under contract.
Yeah, this is it. They're gonna have to negotiate.
As Dave from Aaron says, he might touch $70 million with this cap extension.
He might. He's gonna get 60 plus for sure.
He won't, but he might. He's probably gonna get more than Jordan Love.
They might decide
Naturally.
not to sign him.
It'd be stupid.
That would very.
Would it be?
Stupid. Yeah.
I mean, they've proven they can get to Super Bowls with multiple.
But they need
three different.
I know, but they need a guy to like finally invest in. Otherwise, that is an
aging organization.
Exactly.
Aging.
It's strike now.
They did it with Jimmy G on a cheap deal.
Yeah, Jimmy G had
easy on my middle school basketball
who
teammate.
had chest hair in 7th grade, right?
God, he was beautiful.
You and Jimmy G were teammates, huh?
Yeah, I didn't make it up.
Yeah,
he actually.
I didn't make it up.
Go check his Twitter. You can go at whatever his Twitter is, and then type Ben Brust. He had tweeted about just like the good old days in middle school after my Michigan shot.
Oh wow! Do you still? That's when you guys were still in college, though. Do you?
Yes, he was at Eastern Illinois.
Yeah. Do you ever talk to him now, or you want to hit him up?
I'm sure I could find a way.
Did
we don't really have.
Ooh, those PEDs is tough. He failed to. He cheated.
He did.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got suspended last year. Didn't y'all? Y'all don't remember this?
Do you think it's like handsome enhancers? Because that man is beautiful.
He doesn't need handsome enhancers.
So he was always fine.
He's been an Italian stallion for a long time.
Did he pull all the girls you had crushes on?
We went to different high schools and middle schools, but still probably did it.
Did he have like multiple girls cheering for him in the fan section?
I don't think he was that hot then. He definitely.
You literally just said he's always been an Italian stallion. You just said that.
I know. I'm trying to protect the fact that I was just like not cool and couldn't get girls because I was a dork playing basketball.
Way to protect that fact.
Yep, and I just let it out to you. If I listen to Brad, maybe I could, feel better about myself. Worldwide Brad now. Worldwide Brad.
You know how important it is for me to feel at my best, not just some low standard, but a truly optimized feeling of physical fitness and mental well-being. Quintessa Aesthetic Center is where I go to get just that. And there's something for everybody. There's personalized wellness plans that they're going to help you reach your personal goals from now through March 31st, because they're offering special New Year's packages to help kickstart your year in the right way. Quintessa makes it simple, effective, easy, and tailored to you. So if you want to be able to enjoy everything that Quintessa has to offer, visit myquintessa.com today and take that first step forward to a confident, revitalized you.
I think we have to revisit Mr. Cheapo, Mark Attanasio. We welcome all fans that want to rant about how they feel about the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Mark Attanasio. 800-990-3776. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't ping me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound 94 starting off with a bit of a slowdown from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Other than that, just have a couple of broken down vehicles. 4394 northbound right about at Howard Avenue off on the right shoulder. Another broken down vehicle, 94 southbound just south of Layton Avenue. This one's off on the left shoulder. So just keep an eye out for those. Otherwise, everything else is looking pretty good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. A few flurries, still very cold. A low of 6 above at the lakefront, 0 inland. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 24. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows.
ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct, and they have the Love Your Windows sale going on now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. It's the perfect way to save big. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. The 16th ranked Golden Eagles led by as many as 31 as they dominated Seton Hall 80-56 at Fiserv Forum to sweep the season series with the Pirates. Senior guard Cam Jones led 3 MU players in double figures with a game-high 14 points to go along with 5 assists and 4 rebounds.
Cam Jones open 3, good. That one was more of a line drive bend goal.
And that's about as wide open as you're going to see Cam get. Like I said, he's not going to get a lot of wide open looks.
Marquette improved to 20-6 overall and 11-4 in Big East play. They visit Villanova on Friday night.
For more than 40 years, Network Health has been the trusted experts in health plans. Just like you, they're honest, hardworking, and grateful to call Wisconsin home. Whether you're seeking coverage for yourself, your family, or your employees, Network Health has you covered with a range of options, including individual and family marketplace plans, employer plans, and Medicare Advantage plans. Call Steve Llewellyn, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun.
Mark Attanasio down in Arizona enjoying the sun while we're all in the snow here in Wisconsin.
I mean, he's at spring training. So
yeah, he's at spring training, talking to the media, getting ready for the season. 6 of the last 7 years in the postseason, NL Central champions last year. He's not a whole lot of moves made in the offseason.
Hey, man, he's brought a lot of passion and fun summers to the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin.
Well, that's what he's noodling
job
right now in his head as he talked to reporters. This was part of an exchange about what he should be focused on as the owner of the Brewers.
Similar to the question, what's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to, everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series. But it's my job to win a World Series. It's my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together.
That was a portion of Mark Attanasio talking to the media, and I'd love to hear from KBN Nation on their thoughts as I see that the texts keep rolling in. 800-990-3776. Let's go over on the Carbless talk and text line. Looks like Terrence in Tosa. I think he's a heated Wisconsin sports fan from what I can remember. Probably, ripping heaters out of anger. Terrence, how are you?
Go buy a community pool, Mark Attanasio. Go buy an amusement park. Go run a local fair. Don't own the Milwaukee Brewers if all you want to do is provide some stupid Saturday night entertainment for us stupid, lowly Milwaukee patrons who can't afford anything more fun than going to a Brewers game with your $13 brats and $12 draft beers. What an absolute joke. What an absolute spitting in the face this was of Mark Attanasio to Brewers fans all across the country. This was just, I cannot believe that he would go out and say the quiet part out loud. He just confessed, but he wasn't confessing. He was bragging. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for providing us the entertainment that we crave. You are Brewers baseball. Without you, we could never do it.
Do you like the Brewers, or are you just now anti-Brewers because of Mark? Because you're yelling right now.
It sucks, man. It really sucks for Brewers fans because what are we supposed to do? We've got this awesome, young and up-and-coming team that is super easy to get behind, super easy to support, and yet our owner is just he's so cheap, and he thinks so little of us. He thinks we're so stupid that he won't even invest a small portion to improve this roster and try to take us to the promised land because that's not his job. No. That's not his job. So I want to.
Do you create memories and have generations of lifelong memories going to see the Brewers play?
You're passionate, obviously.
So it might be working.
I have lifelong. I have lifelong memories of Christian Yelich getting robbed in the bottom of the eighth inning and Yasiel Puig smacking dingers against the Brewers in the 2018 World NLCS. I have memories of Devin Williams blowing it against the Mets at home. But, those Mets games at home, those were not revenue-generating sources for the Milwaukee Brewers in the playoffs. No. You don't get revenue out of making the playoffs and having home games. You only break even. Oh, Mark, poor Mark, you don't have any money. I feel so bad for you. You're breaking even, you poor billionaire, you poor billionaire.
Oh, wow. You seem very, very passionate about this. But you got to be honest, Terrence. I mean, you sound like you've been a Brewers fan for a while.
I think Mark's got Terrence in his web.
But think about it, Terrence. Mark has been the best owner the Brewers have had.
That's just not true. That's just not true. He's somehow presided over the most successful regime in Brewers history.
So it's by accident? It's by accident?
Yeah, David Stearns absolutely turned this organization around. Well, I mean, when we had Ryan Braun, falling on the sword and admitting that he took steroids, even though he didn't, just so we can move on with that whole scenario. And after that, the only reason this team has sustained success is because he poached somebody from the organization of the Tampa Bay Rays, David Stearns, who absolutely turned this organization around and built a model of sustainability because he knew and realized that Mark Attanasio was never going to cultivate a culture here that could win championships. So what did David Stearns do? He tried to set it up as best he could for us. Thank you for that. And he got the hell out of town and went to the Mets where he has an absolute chance to win a championship. But not here, because this is only a Saturday night fun time around town for Mark Attanasio, where you and your kids can spend $14 on some crappy, soggy nachos out of a plastic cup.
Hey, it's a souvenir cup.
That is just absolutely – it's a joke. It's an absolute joke, and it sucks because this team should be better. We should be having fun with this young team. But, no, we can't even supplement a couple good players for $10 million, $15 million. It's just Mark Attanasio's world, and we're all idiots, and we're just pawns in his little game to make money. And, I broke even. Oh, so hard.
What about Craig Counsell? Are you supportive of him now, based off the way? No, I mean I'm just saying he got out of being a pawn.
Listen, if it does give me a little bit of a new perspective that if somebody who has no moral fiber is a bit of a coward and decides to run to Chicago, that I understand it. And so when Quentin Berry did that, I totally understand now a little bit of where he was coming from. Other than that, though, no. The other guy, not so much.
All right, Terrence. Well, we appreciate the time. Do you have a job?
No, I don't do much work. You could call me Mark Attanasio. I'm all about breaking even over here.
Oh, right, well, good luck on that today. Go put a hard-earned work day in. That was. Whew. I'm glad he admitted he had a job. I was hoping he had a job, but he doesn't have a job. But that attitude, I don't know how he's going to get a job.
Oh, I don't know why Terrence. I mean, I get why Terrence was so frustrated, but my goodness, he helped bring us some really great memories. I mean, I'm upset that Mark isn't going to go for victories and championships. Well, I shouldn't say victories, go for championships, but I mean, to come at the souvenir helmet hat, I mean, that is every kid's dream to get that. Eat nachos out
I
of a
think
helmet?
it was probably Terrence's dream, and then he realized his dream was dead when Mark Attanasio spoke today, and the nacho cup broke him.
Again, what would we rather be? Would we rather have a team, a consistent baseball team, or would we rather go back to the late 90s, early 2000 Brewers?
So
you pick your poison.
A great text, because I forgot about this from Scott. Is it true? Is there a lawsuit out there about the sand stealing from Attanasio? Did he steal sand?
Allegedly, on his home.
In August, a neighbor filed a lawsuit accusing him of stealing sand from Malibu's Broad Beach and carrying it back to his property as part of a construction project.
I mean, it was the sand was there to be taken. It's public sand.
Is it?
When you see, have you ever taken sand? We take it in our toes all the time.
I didn't take a bobcat and throw it in my backyard.
According to state regulators, he was in the wrong.
Nick did ask.
Allegedly.
Nick did ask, does get a job, Terrence? And he goes, just as I thought. No job for Terrence.
Milking us.
Paul from Milwaukee. The Brewers had their chance in 1982. They built a fun team without Dodger, Yankee, or Mets money. They will not be able to be considered serious World Series contenders moving forward.
Catch lightning in a bottle. Pop once.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
you're
gotta
taking
invest.
you're taking this like you're okay with that.
No. Listen, I'm a
You
realist.
sound like someone who's just going to keep on feeding the pockets of Mark Attanasio.
I'm a realist. At the end of the day, to me, he's been a good owner, not a great owner. He hasn't invested enough overall to keep too much talent around. But it is disappointing to hear him basically say, "Hey, listen, it's about having fun, guys. It's about having memories and good times. It's not about winning championships." So, I mean, I understand the frustration, but we've had a lot of those good, fun summers here in Milwaukee.
If this is sports Strofe, I want to hear it. If it's detective Strofe, I want to hear it on the other side.
It's sports Strofe.
What up, sports Strofe?
Stevie Sports Cards has sent in an audio message related to Terrence and Tosa.
Don't ever let that guy call in again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Did y'all not like Terrence from Tulsa?
I like the passion.
I like the passion, too. I mean, but I don't like him taking shots at my boy Mark.
Your boy? Why do you choose Brett Favre to be your boy? What's the other one?
There's a long list.
Drake?
There's like another clear one that's crazy that he loves. Brett Favre.
Oh, you're probably talking off air. Joe Paterno?
I can't believe you said that on the air. Go to break. You're a Joe Paterno guy? Get out of here.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman. KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound 94 starting off with a bit of a slowdown from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Other than that, just have a couple of broken down vehicles. 4394 northbound right about at Howard Avenue. Off on the right shoulder, another broken down vehicle. 94 southbound just south of Layton Avenue. This one's off on the left shoulder. So just keep an eye out for those. Otherwise, everything else is looking pretty good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. A few flurries, still very cold. A low of 6 above at the lakefront. 0 inland. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high of 24. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Brown Deer High School's Amira Grant. The star for the Brown Deer's girls basketball squad, Grant is having an incredible season. 4 50-point performances this season for the Falcons, all coming within the last month. The senior guard leads the state in scoring at over 40 points per game, and at all time sits top 5 for Wisconsin. Grant will continue her athletic and academic career at the Division I level next season, with the offers starting to pile up. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Amira Grant from Brown Deer High School.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Picture it. Beautiful plants, freshly mowed lawn, crisply edged flower beds, and your grilling dinner out on an incredible back patio. Landworks Wisconsin is ready to plan your green space. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all your landscaping needs. Their team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
All right, I've been asked about this a couple times now, and I dug into it a little bit here. Yes, it is true. Luke Fickell has been extended by the Wisconsin Badger Athletic Department.
That's just, I mean, when they say extended, they don't mean like his 5-year contract is now he got a 6-year.
So Fickell's 7-year contract now runs through
7 years?
March 31st, 2032. He's due for a regular $100,000 pay raise that will elevate his salary from the period of April 1st, 2025.
I know that man ain't getting no raise right now. What you mean annual pay raise of $100,000?
Would you like to know
built into his contract?
No. I mean, he has to meet a certain standard.
He didn't meet the standard.
No. Let me read what the standard is.
Oh, okay.
This move, announced after a brief closed session at the end of the board's regular February meetings, was all but a formality. Fickell's contract says on an annual 1-year extension requires, quote, satisfactory performance, end quote.
This ain't 5 and 7 is not satisfactory. What do you mean satisfactory?
According to the board, it's satisfactory.
No, it is not satisfactory. I wish that's how I was.
$100,000 to be 5 and 7.
To be 5. Wait a minute. Does the board realize that the bare minimum and the standard that has been set has been going to a bowl game? Like that is the bare minimum. This entire almost decade is going. Not decade. The entire since the millennium. Going to a bowl game. So this is not satisfactory. He failed.
They do this for a lot of coaches. It was more than this Luke Fickell. It was Kelly Sheffield. It was other coaches.
Now, Kelly was beyond satisfactory.
Whatever Kelly's raises, give him more.
It's
he was very proficient.
It is every fall sports head coach. Neil Jones, Paula Wilkins, Kelly Sheffield, and Luke Fickell were all extended.
But they said satisfactory. That he wasn't.
It's in his contract.
It's literally.
It's a formality, dude.
That terminology is wrong. It's if we are keeping you, you're being extended. It's because they are employees of the UW system, and it is an annual thing to re-up.
Okay.
It means nothing.
Well, said it don't, but the board
it means $100,000.
Well, that's his contract. I mean, shout it to his agent. He got a $100,000 raise last year too when they went 7 and 5.
Well, the board. I just want y'all to know. Don't say it was satisfactory.
Well. It's not just the board, as judged by the athletic director's recommendation and approval by the athletic board.
Don't get
Chris McIntosh says, "I'm not going to fire him," and the board says, "Okay."
Very good. I just wanted to see.
So he basically, the board says, so Chris, you're not going to fire him, so you think he was satisfactory. He said, I'm not firing him, so that means he was satisfactory. I'm not firing him. So you do realize.
What does this remind me of? Like it's like a bit or a skit, or you just keep saying the same thing over and over again.
I don't know, but it's not a bit in my head. It is. Torture.
I know it's not a bit in your head.
Torture with this bad.
So you're saying he's been satisfactory? No, I'm just not firing. But you're saying it's satisfactory. No, I'm just not firing him. So you're saying it's satisfactory?
No, like legit. He goes 5 and 7 next year with this tough schedule. He gets fired. Is that where we're at? Luke Fickell gets fired after next season.
If he's 5 and 7, I could see it. You got to remember now, we got a strong. If you thought I got Chris fired, we got a strong teammate here at ESPN Wisconsin. His name's Barry Alvarez. He might be doing my duties for me moving forward.
Yeah, I really think 5 and 7 back-to-back seasons just isn't good enough. That means you don't have any hope, right? It's about steps going in the right direction.
But you're not firing him, so he's satisfactory.
No, Luke Fickell should be fired. And honestly, we already know what the end result's going to be. This team's not going to be good next year. They're not. We're gonna, at best 6 games, at best, and that's sad. That is sad.
Oh man, I can't wait for those college football over/under win totals. Just
Wisconsin's
to see.
Gonna be, Wisconsin.
You think it'll be 6.5 or 5.5?
Vegas likes to do what? Get people to get excited?
I mean, what they could do is if they did 5.5, it would be like probably minus 150 because it's probably more likely that they still win 6 games despite the schedule.
I don't know about that.
Then if it's 5.5, then it's not satisfactory. Get rid of them now. If we're heading into next year at 5.5,
finally
5.5.
Jeez, I've been.
I might as well not even watch the damn games.
I have been waiting for you to come to this realization.
I mean, I'm there.
We are wasting time.
I'm just trying to give some patience. I'm trying to be patient, Kyle.
We owe him 3 seasons. But after year
so
3,
that he deserves his $100 raise.
I mean, they're not winning at Alabama. They're probably not winning in Ann Arbor against Michigan.
What do you mean probably? They ain't.
Ann Arbor, Michigan's not even that good right now.
They have 4 games in a row next year.
Michigan got a really good recruit.
Yeah,
they have 4 games in a row next year where they host Ohio State, go to Oregon, host Washington, and then go to Indiana.
Now we can't beat Indiana? After what? Indiana sucked 2 years ago.
I know. That was my whole premise is, again, I know that the Badgers aren't Indiana, but the way that Indiana, with their schedule, the Badgers' schedule was light Luke Fickell's first year.
We're in trouble. We are in trouble. I'm so serious.
I know. The schedule's not great.
We are in trouble.
Just make Greg Gard the head coach. He'll turn it around.
GGG is awesome right now. He's very, very lovable around the state of Wisconsin.
When he joined Sunday Karma, he was great.
I mean, it's easy to be fun when you're winning.
No, listen, he saved his job. I have no complaints about Greg Gard. No complaints.
His seat wasn't as hot as everybody thought it was.
Yeah, Greg Gard, safe from Kyle Wallace's hot seat.
If Greg Gard,
he'll get extended in a few months too.
And he should. If Greg Gard did not make the tournament this year, or they got put out in the first round, barely making.
They were picked 12th out of how many teams? 18.
18, yeah.
12th.
And now they're
knocking on the door of
3rd or 4th right now.
3rd.
Only have 4 Big Ten losses this year. 3 or 4.
They are 12-4.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive.
They were either 10-4 or 11-4 yesterday. I can't remember the scorebook.
I think they were 10-4.
What I do remember is you have 72 months to have 0% interest with the Valentine's Day offer from Gina Della from Pella. Yeah, you hear 60. I've said 0 for 60. I've said 0 for 36. 0 for 72. I did my entire first floor of windows on the 0 for 60. And I'm not going to lie. I didn't do my back door. And every time I look at my back door, I'm now seeing 0 for 72, and I just want to call, and I think I'm going to call. I'm going to call. I'm going to do it. I have to do it. Because now my entire first floor is amazing, and the back door that I let the dogs out in, the screen's broken, the door barely shuts. It's a disaster. I might as well make my place look better. And then the payment, as I call, is an investment. I will gladly invest to have the whole first floor feeling like I want it to feel because it's my home. I want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable, and you want it to be cost efficient. And that's what you can do with 0% interest for 72 months. Strofe's going to have 8 kids in 72 months. That's what's going to happen. Quadruplets twice. That's what's going to happen.
Cool.
That would be hilarious, by the way. Could you handle quadruplets twice?
Would it be?
I would.
My poor girlfriend.
She's as Gina calls her, shrimpy.
5'1".
That'd be tough to carry 4 in there.
Oh, she calls her shrimpy. She's 5'1".
Yeah, she's 5'1". I'm a foot and 2 inches taller than her.
You can have 6 years to pay off your brand new Pella windows and doors at 0% interest with a 10-year labor warranty. Certain restrictions do apply, but you have some time, but don't wait. You want to get the consultation now so you can get going on what your house, windows, and doors will look like. Get your consultation at PellaWI.com. Tell them that KBN sent you because Gina might throw, even with 0 for 72. I tell you, if you say Ben sent you, and I want that 0 for 72, and he said Ben would say you'd throw a little bit more on top of it, I guarantee you, and if she doesn't do it, you can come to me. She will do it. PellaWI.com. 0 for 72 on windows and doors from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't go anywhere. More next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Tyler, thank you for all that baby talk there and parenting talk. I'll take some of those tips.
I was getting ready for it right
now. Yeah,
taking notes over there.
I'm taking some of those tips, taking some of those tips, those tips and storing them away. I do like nips as well. But Tyler,
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. The Green and Gold Championship window is on the clock.
To me, their window is now wide open. From here on out, they have the opportunity to get to the Super Bowl.
The countdown to the NFL draft in Green Bay is on.
Goody has to start figuring out his first-round draft picks. Goody's inability to nail the first-round draft pick is what is keeping this team from being a true Super Bowl contender.
Green and Gold off-season talk right here. 94.5 ESPN and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. It's time for another edition of Wellness Wednesdays here on 94.5 ESPN. Kyle Brust and Nortman's Brad Nortman sits down with Wellness Director Jessica Barr to talk about Quintessa.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman here with another edition of Wellness Wednesdays. I'm here with Jess from Quintessa Aesthetic Center in Brookfield. This week, we're talking about IV therapies. Now, I'll be honest, hand in the air, I've used IV therapy a couple times to get over hangovers. Now, we know that's one area that you can use it, but there's so much more than that, right?
Yeah, so many other benefits. So basically what IV therapy is we can put a lot of vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, everything into an IV bag, and just like you would get in a hospital setting, you do in our office, except it's a lot more comfortable and a nice view. But it can really help with energy, gains in the gym, recovery, if you're sick, immunity. We have so many different IV options to choose from.
I've seen the area where people receive IVs at Quintessa Brookfield. Let me tell you, it is spa-like. So if you're looking for a place to not only feel internally but externally rejuvenated and a little bit of relaxation, check out how IV therapy can help you at Quintessa Aesthetic Center in Brookfield.
Learn about all the services offered by Quintessa Aesthetic Center at myquintessa.com.
Hey ESPN Wisconsin fans, Brad Nortman here. Whether you're an athlete like me or just want to feel your best, Quintessa's new wellness center in Brookfield is your go-to for peak performance. With services like hormone therapy, IV drip therapy, medical weight loss, and anti-aging, Quintessa has everything to keep your body running at its best. It's not just about game day, it's about every day. Check out myquintessa.com/wellness and see how Quintessa can help you stay at the top of your game. Your body deserves it.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The Princeton Club is a fantastic place for you to further your health, your mind, your body, because you can have a strong body, a strong mind, and have a strong community in the Madison and Milwaukee areas by joining the Princeton Club. You combine all those for a better tomorrow. You take a simple, small step to start by getting that tour. No goal is too small. Everyone's got goals. It's fun to see people go in there and change their lives as you are going and working out and seeing the progress of everyone. And everyone's rooting for each other in there. I've been in there. I love it at the Princeton Club. For a better tomorrow, make sure you check out the Princeton Club. No better place. Let's toss it over to Detective Alex Strofe. We have been digging deeper to find out if anybody in the office would own up to throwing away bagged salad that Kyle Wallace brought and eating all but one of 18 protein bars, and Vince Vitrano already admitting to eating the cashews.
Yeah, he said they were really good.
I caught them in his hand. They were delicious, and they had a little extra salt to them for the ones he ate.
What do you mean?
A little extra salt.
Because he was licking his fingers over the weekend when Kyle Wallace, was eating those said cashews.
I went to the bathroom and went straight to my cashews.
Didn't wash your hands?
Maybe not.
Well, it's in Vince Vitrano's body now from Wisconsin's Morning News.
Okay, you blamed a man by the name of Harold.
Barreled, I said.
Oh, rhymes with Harold. Barreled.
I don't know. I don't know who he knows. He might try to sue me.
So you reached out to this barreled person?
Yes, and he said,
prime suspect.
In all capital letters. Wait, I remember his lunch.
You a lie.
And then he said it was in the middle of the communal area, and people thought it was a free-for-all.
As I was explaining, he left his bag in the communally shared eating area.
And then I said, yes, but the salad was thrown out, and we want to know who did it. He said, well, it's a lot of people.
What do you mean it's a lot of people that were digging through his stuff?
He said, yes, that's a lot of people. I don't know, Ben. This is all he said.
That's where he left it off?
And then I said, give me names, Barreled. And then he said, I don't snitch.
I knew he was going to be part of it. I knew his little meandering behind around his office was going to be a part of the travesty that took place right here at 310 West Wisconsin Avenue at the 3rd Street Market Hall here at Good Karma Brands, Milwaukee. I knew he had something to do with it. If he didn't do it, he knew who did it. And I'm going to tell you
the crime the first day on the job.
Listen, I'm going to wring his little neck. You
can't say that.
Listen, I'm going to take him to Guantanamo Bay. That's what I'm finna do. That's what I'm finna do.
Gonna wring his neck.
Bagged salad.
No, over I don't snitch. Oh, stop it. I guarantee you would snitch and sing like a bird if the police called you.
And if you approached him, he would snitch very fast.
Yeah, Harold, we're going to have a little conversation. Barrel.
Barreled, not Harold,
Barrel. We're
Barrel.
going to have a little conversation. I knew he knew something. I knew the way he was walking around because I said something to him. He said, huh? And he kept walking. I said, that ain't him. Nope, because usually you say something to him, he want to come talk
right,
to you.
Right to you. Say, hey, what's going on?
He just kept trying this little tall behind on. I knew he was part of this. I knew it. I know he grabbed one of my bars, too. I hope it was good.
Well, as I mentioned, I have access to the footage of our shared cafeteria space. You have to be willing to go through the 5 hours of footage.
No, I want to know who
each and every single person.
I want to know who the first person who decided to make the decision
broke the seal.
That's who I want to. What do they call it?
Literally broke the seal.
Broke the seal in 2 boxes, and then threw some. I want to have a conversation with them.
I actually really want to know who threw away a bag salad.
That's what I want to know. Who reached in the bag, threw away the bag salad, and put all the other stuff out. I cannot wait because I will be confronting this individual. I will be, and I'm gonna figure out if I want to press charges.
Press charges. Well,
HR.
They had fun with you on Wisconsin's Morning News on 620 WTMJ. Vince Vitrano, Eric Bilstad. Vince Vitrano famously ate the cashews. Mark Tauscher, I would say a camaraderie guy, was perfect to join in on this convo.
Let's go through what was in the bag. Well, here's what we know was in the bag, Tausch. We know that there was a can of nuts. Right,
cashews.
One of those cashews. We know that was in there. We know that there were maybe some protein bars. Multiple protein bars. So that maybe would indicate community, but then there was also a salad, which would be the red flag for me, I think.
This is somebody's lunch, right?
Right.
Laughing now.
So if there's 15 granola bars, I would think that they're fair game. But if there is a Caesar salad half eaten, I'm not 100% sure.
Kale.
What are you grabbing forks and everybody's just standing there?
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out for everyone to eat.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been giving Kyle a lot of flack. It is still kind of this whole thing is kind of wild. This is wild.
It's wild. I'm telling you, if the salad wasn't in it, I'd be like, dang. But they legitimately threw the salad out and then went to town on my food and my snack.
Jim, Matt, and Molly didn't do it. Corey and Wally didn't do it. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Works and everybody's just
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away.
Sell out.
Southbound 43, we do have some delays from Keefe all the way down towards Locust. By the way, the Keefe off-ramp is closed from 43 southbound because of an incident, so keep that in mind. Westbound 94 slowing down from 20th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down just before 76th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. A few flurries, still very cold. A low of 6 above at the lake, 0 inland. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 24. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga, 94.5 ESPN.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
It's the biggest savings event of the year. Menards' 11% rebate sale is here. Save big money on everything you need for any project. We've got something for everyone. Homeowners, contractors, DIYers, the kids, and even grandma. Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See menards.com for details.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Enough is enough when it comes to joint pain. Your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your back. If you're experiencing that, and you're probably feeling it right now as I'm describing it, QC Kinetics is your answer. You don't need to wait any longer. QC Kinetics is going to give you a free consultation to make sure that they can eradicate that joint pain and give you a personalized plan to movement and health. I know when I went there, I was amazed at what QC Kinetics had in their toolkit to be able to get you back where you need to be. PRP, platelets, plasma, so many things that I was able to see with my own 2 eyes and be able to experience my own personalized diagnosis and route back to recovery and feeling my best. They can give you the exact same thing because they are using regenerative treatments that are sweeping the nation. You could be like one of the thousands of QC Kinetics patients that are so satisfied with their results. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You know what? I think I want a special guest to bring in the 414 hour today. Dirty D, let them know what time it is. What is it?
It's a 414 hour F4
on KBN.
That's my girl.
Dirty D. Diana McGuanago.
I like that energy. It's going to be a great day today.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe.
Yeah.
Dirty D and the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. What can we do for you, Diana?
You all need to stop bothering with Kyle and leave him alone about the food stuff. I'd be pissed off if somebody took my stuff.
Thank you, Dirty D. I am.
Can Kyle do no wrong in your eyes, Dirty D?
No, I didn't say that. But, Ben, how would you feel if somebody took your stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't be stupid enough to leave it in the shared space like this dummy.
No, you do a lot of stupid stuff.
I know you, Ben. You would be pissed if somebody took your stuff.
Probably.
So here's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out for everyone to eat.
Why? I just so for those who don't know Eric Billstad on 620 WTMJ Wisconsin's Morning News, as cool, calm, and collected as a guy as it gets. For him to lose it on throwing the bag salad away, I can listen to that all day long.
Yeah, it stings a little bit more knowing Eric and he's laughing at my pain. It does sting a little bit more because you want to be mad at him, but then you're just like, man, he's such a good guy. But And you know how crazy this is. Like, I feel validated in his laughter because it's ridiculous.
That's what happened. Someone threw it away. They threw the salad and put all the other stuff out for everyone to eat.
Dog,
That is what happened.
I got did so dirty.
You did, but you had Dirty D to have your back as she welcomed us into the 414 hour with no Brad Nortman, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Strophe running the show.
That was badass by Dirty D.
She was better than T-Lo.
For sure. She brought that energy.
She's been listening for a while. I love that.
Powerful. So this is interesting because it comes from Dan Graziano, who's the same person who let us know that the salary cap went up again, up $53 million in the last 2 years. The guy's got a lot of information. I mean, he is an NFL insider for ESPN.
He must have got a little talking to.
I was... what? Why? It's his job. He's just doing his job.
I mean, I don't know. So maybe
you think somebody said, "Hey, you're not delivering enough scoops there, pal."
I mean, I ain't seen his name popping off scoops in a while.
Well,
like
I know
that.
you're too cheap to probably have ESPN Plus.
Oh wow! That should be a perk of the job.
Well, I have ESPN Plus because I'm not a cheapo like you.
Cool.
Does the Packers cap situation mean they will actually make some splashy signings for once?
Is this what Dan said?
This is Dan.
Come on, Dan. What you
Dan
talking about?
Graziano. The question is a little unfair 1 year after the Packers signed Xavier McKinney and running back Josh Jacobs to free agent deals that were near the top of the market for their respective positions. Green Bay is the ultimate draft and develop team. But with Brian Gutekunst at GM, it also hasn't been shy about taking swings in free agency when the team has met the opportunity. So I think where he's getting here is with cap space, opportunity, what's going to happen? But we can ask this question with the wide receiver position in mind. Given that the Packers have a long preferred mindset to develop their own stars at that position, rather than using first-round picks, which is a really good point. I can't tell you how many times we've done a show and leading up to April, everyone's like, it's going to be a wide receiver.
Bro, there's Javon Walker. That's the last time it's happened.
Given the long history to develop in the first-round picks or making big money signings, and with Jacobs himself recently saying he would love to get a real number one wide receiver, it's fair to wonder if they may do so this year. As I've said elsewhere, I think this is a key point. There are teams that think the top of the wide receiver market is way out of whack with where it should be, given how many good ones are coming out of the draft every year. The Packers will pounce if they see an opportunity in free agent, but they won't go into it thinking about star power.
How could you read that so well and you couldn't read just a simple 2 sentences?
I'd like to say I learned from my mistakes.
I mean, you had 4 chances.
Yes, Mitch, we actually don't get ESPN Plus free with the job, LOL.
Crazy, right, Mitch? Not as many perks as you would think.
And yes, Ryan, we did talk about UW extending Fickle until 2032. He's not happy about that, but it is a formality, and he was satisfactory according to
Chris McIntosh
to the board that then
Chris
said
McIntosh
you get a $100,000 raise. And as discussed earlier, it just simply means because they are not firing him, he was satisfactory.
Kyle, what's your favorite part of your job?
That I get to be here every day and talk to KBN Nation. Now I get to get stuff off my chest.
Let's try that again. What's your actual favorite part of your job?
I get to get stuff off my chest. Like I get to go on here, KBN, Kyle Brust and Nortman, 2 to 5, and just speak my mind, and people listen.
Why are you asking that?
Because he was complaining about the not having as many perks as you would think.
Oh yeah, I mean the perks. I mean I was courtside.
I ain't gonna lie, it is a little crazy we don't get ESPN Plus. That is a little bonkers. I'm sitting here paying whatever it is to watch Milwaukee Panthers basketball grinding a -6 spread against Wright State or Youngstown State.
I pay $16.99 a month for the ESPN Plus Hulu bundle with commercials.
I mean, I got a kid now, so I got the Disney Plus, the Hulu, and the ESPN Plus. I'm like, damn, that's fat on the credit card bill.
Yeah, that's why I stand in solidarity.
That is, you know what, Mitch? I'm gonna take that text from Mitch. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna email myself, and I'm just gonna say, at Craig Karmazin, fans are wondering why our hosts don't get ESPN Plus as part of the job.
We need an audit. No, we don't.
No, we don't. We don't want to go down this road. I take it back. Good point, Mitch. But I like my job.
Wait a minute.
Craig, do with your money what you want.
Never mind. I'll go say because I'm sure we got some wasteful spending with some stuff around here. But you know what? Never mind. I take that back. Matter of fact, take that off the record. It'll never be heard again.
The last 5 minutes did not exist.
Just put this. I love my job.
I love Craig Carmson.
I love my benefits. I love my perks.
He loves doing the show from 2 to 5.
I love everything I got, boy. I tell you.
So I'm confused by this last part that I found was interesting. The Packers will pounce if they see an opportunity in free agency, but they won't go into it thinking about star power. These bleepers need star power.
Yeah.
They need, let's be honest here. If I put out a poll and said, do the Packers need some star power on this team? Everyone would agree that based off where they were last year, they need star power at edge or wide receiver. We know they have Jordan Love. We know they have Josh Jacobs. Xavier McKinney's great. One star that couldn't be on the field was Jair. He gone. We've been looking for stars on the defensive line. They haven't been there for 4 years. And we know that Edgerrin Cooper is an up-and-coming star. But there are places where they need star power and game-wrecking power.
Slow down for a second. You said, we know Edgerrin Cooper is an up-and-coming star. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with how good he was. We said the same thing about all the receivers a year ago.
No.
Yes, we did.
No.
Do not do a revisionist history. We all said
this would be some revisionist history.
Hear me out. I thought the Green Bay Packers
hang on. Before you go, how much time did we give him, Strofe? Because he's going to talk in circles and overstep what he said last year.
I'm going to say I thought the wide receiver room, somebody was going to pop. I thought they had a really good wide receiver room. They did not deliver. But none of them, and I mean none of them, performed to the level of Edgerrin Cooper. Edgerrin Cooper was not just rookie of the week. He was defensive player of the week for the entire NFC.
Twice.
Twice.
That is
on minimal snaps.
That is a
yes. Did he ever a
difference.
game where he was over 70% of snap share? I doubt it.
Maybe in the playoffs, but
regardless, you get my point. He was able to be that effective. When he won Defensive Player of the Week, one week, 57% of the snaps.
So
we were wondering if it was a good thing if Quay Walker was even going to come back.
There's levels to this. Like last year, it was like, oh man, like these guys could be really good. No. Edgerrin Cooper did something very special this year. I don't think we put enough attention to this. You don't just get Defensive Player of the Week by just going out there and having no. That means out of 18 weeks of football, you were the best defensive player in the NFC twice defensively.
Not NFC Rookie of the Week.
No, just entire. That is impressive. He is a rising star. But when I look at this, who are the best? Strofe and Ben. Who are the best 4 players? You said best 4 players on this Packers football team.
Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
It has to be Jordan Love.
I'd put Xavier McKinney above him, but I agree.
But I'm saying in no particular order. The top 4.
I'll give you the top 4.
Xavier, Josh, Jordan, and I'd probably say Zach Tom or Edgerrin Cooper because he's on the rise.
2 of your best players on the roster were signed last year. You need to realize that free agency provides you with the opportunity to get instant impact star players. Dip into the same way you did last year to go get guys who can become one of the best safeties in football, who can be one of the top rushers in the NFL in football. Go and try to find that again because you have the money, you have the cap space, and if you want to get a difference maker, if you want to get a star, you have seen yourself have success doing that.
You know how teams also do this, Kyle?
Drafting in the first
round? They hit on the first-round draft picks, then 2 to 3 years later.
I said replicate what you found to be successful. You have found to be able to find a 25-year-old, 26-year-old who is trending in the right direction that is a budding star in the NFL. If you have an opportunity to get somebody, go and get them. Get guys that you know are good football players, not guys that you think have potential. That's all I am saying about this Green Bay Packer football team. And so when I think of Dan Graziano talking about this, and will they? Yeah, they need to. Ain't no will they? No, they need to swing for it. They need to grab somebody because they have found success doing that. So just replicate what you did last year by attempting to go get guys that have shown on film and in the game that they belong and they can absolutely make this football team great.
This is an interesting one.
What do you mean,
Dave from Aaron putting Kraft in the top 4.
Yeah, that's a thought.
What do you mean? That's what I'm humming.
No,
I listen to KBN Nation.
Actually, I'll say this: Kraft is going to be a dog next year.
I mean, he was a dog this year, but he's going to be a dog.
No, Tucker Kraft knows because you've went through this, Ben, and Stroh, unfortunately, you didn't make it on varsity. But most people why'd you do that? That was an unnecessary shot. Because I was going to throw myself into this, so I can't include you in this because you weren't a varsity contributor.
How are you going to be a part of this?
Wait, hold on. Slow down a minute. How do you know that?
Did you play varsity basketball?
Yes.
Did you start?
In Summer League?
Okay, shut up. This is between
I
KBN.
ran varsity cross country.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's great. That's really great. But anyways, in team sports that you
the hell was that? I played varsity soccer.
All right, okay.
And I started.
We have now reached the
Your
point.
Your soccer team's record. How many games did y'all win?
We beat a co-ed team.
Okay.
He rests his case.
Anyways, the whole point is this. Anybody that's played high school sports, right? You don't need to be in the NFL for this. There is a certain moment when you are finally going to go on varsity and you have that moment you say, aha, I belong. Like, I belong moment where you feel like you actually belong here in the NFL.
Oh, I get why you didn't include me.
You never had that aha moment?
You never had that. Exactly. You never had that aha moment.
No, he had the aha, I don't belong here.
Exactly. And so we all remember the moment where we took that first hit or we made that first shot where we realized that, varsity isn't as scary as we think it is. Tucker Kraft, this last season, first year he was trying to figure it out. Last season he had that aha moment. Like, I'm a dude. And so that's why this year is going to be a breakout season for Tucker Kraft because physically he knows he can compete with anybody. But then on top of that, as a pass-catching threat, he stepped up this year for the Green Bay Packers. So he's ready to take that next step because he feels like he belongs.
Well, Ron and the Key chimes in with paying homage to our guy Mark Attanasio. Goody's job isn't to win a Super Bowl. His job is to create a fun and entertaining fall for Packer fans to enjoy lifelong memories.
If Goody says something like that, then I would just be like, man, being a Wisconsin sports fan sucks. Maybe I do need to move to L.A. where they spend money.
Have you considered moving to L.A.?
No, I'm just saying they spend money. They go crazy spending money.
You're Mr. We're in the 414 hour at 4.
Like L.A. was
like a dream spot.
No, the L.A. Dodgers.
Maybe I really do need to do it.
Maybe I just need to be a fraud and go root for all the teams and just spend money.
Personally,
and lose my backbone of being somebody who grew up in a tough city where it's tough to get things done.
I'm exaggerating, fellas. I'm just saying the whole point is that the Green Bay Packers and the Milwaukee Brewers are saying the exact same thing, and this sucks. It absolutely sucks because fandom is about being able to have hope in something. And when guys talk about not winning championships but having fun.
What team has brought the most joy to you?
Oh, the Green Bay Packers. It's not even close.
Even with a Super Bowl in 2010?
The Green Bay Packers.
It's been a long drought of your adulthood.
I don't think I get as high or lows. Like the Bucks, when they lost to the Raptors in that playoff season.
2019 when they're up 2-0 and lost 4 straight.
That was sad.
And then the Warriors were hurt and injured. That one was for the taking.
Yeah, that was gut-wrenching. That was painful. Wisconsin football losing these Rose Bowls, right? Even going back to the most recent Rose Bowl where they lost to Oregon. Like, tough. But no emotional roller coaster other than the Green Bay Packers.
All right, so I can't get this out of my head now. I want to know from KBN Nation because Madison Hayes, 24, came into the studio, and on Monday, she asked me, who won the weekend? And I had said, you know who won the weekend? Streaming services. The NBA All-Star Game was a joke. The NBA's product isn't good until maybe you get into the playoffs and you can root for your local team, which we hope to do, obviously, for the Milwaukee Bucks and see them go further. There's no football in terms of games played until the fall. College basketball's fun, but again, it's not... it's not something that consumes your everyday. So what I want to know is after Mitch chimed in and laughed that we do a radio show on ESPN Wisconsin and we don't get ESPN Plus, what are the top 3 streaming services that are must-have? Because I'm curious. Because I'm searching for content right now.
I don't pay for any streaming services.
Well, I ain't asking you because I know you're cheap. Strofe, I know you probably are like me. You probably have a FOMO of lack of content. Like, I feel like I need to have everything, and it's costing me way too much money.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Wasn't cutting the cord supposed to make things less expensive?
It did initially. No, it did initially.
Initially it was.
This is a great business model. See, Mark Attanasio, he knows business. What you do is you get people locked in and say, hey, cut the cord. We have these great prices for you to watch these different events. And then what happens is they say, hey, listen, NFL, guess what? We have a lot of viewers. How about you bring your games here? How about you have people watch here, and then we'll charge people for college basketball to pay more for Peacock, so now you can't watch it unless you have the streaming service. They got you.
I got a rant against Peacock coming up next, and I want to know the top 3 streaming services in your household that you think are must-have. 800-990-3776. The top 3 streaming services that you need at your household. 800-990-3776, and I take out Peacock next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some delays from Keefe all the way down towards Locust. By the way, the Keefe off-ramp is closed from 43 southbound because of an incident, so keep that in mind. Westbound 94 slowing down from 20th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down just before 76th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. A few flurries, still very cold. A low of 6 above at the lake, 0 inland. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 24. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Losgon, 94.5 ESPN.
Baseball season. So close you could almost smell it.
Off the top of the wall and out of here! Garrett Mitchell, a go-ahead 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning.
The Brewers are back on the field for spring training. Catch Cactus League action right here on 94.5 ESPN Sunday, February 23rd.
The wait is over. Brewers baseball is back. Time to pick your Brewers games and get back to the ballpark for tailgate traditions and walk-off wins. Be here for opening day. Come back for the big games and the best giveaways. Where else would you want to be? Brewers tickets for the 2025 season are on sale now. That's opening day and every game, all summer long. Get on board for the show today. Grab your seats at brewers.com/ticket finder.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
That weird Wisconsin weather is here. Snow one day, sun the next. But you can always count on Tsunami Express to keep your car clean. With 6 locations across southeastern Milwaukee, Tsunami Express helps fight that salt, grime, and mud with powerful vacuums and state-of-the-art wash technology. Technology like their best-in-class T2 with graphene for a long-lasting shine and protection. Stop at any Tsunami Express location and get your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Terms and conditions apply. First wash free for new members only.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
the Carbless Talking text line. What are the must-have streaming services? Your top 3 streaming services. I have my list. Give me the football music. You're not going to give me the football music? There we go. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, your top 3 streaming services that are must-have in the household. Number 1 is Netflix. They provide a lot of new stuff. I'm not saying everything's great, but at least they're consistently giving me new original features, a lot of documentaries, a lot of new content that I could take in. Again, you can only choose 3. I had a tough time narrowing this down. Hulu is great for rewatchables, right? Like I watched the whole entire Law & Order SVU series because they had everything on there. Tons of seasons of different shows that you loved. If you're just looking for background TV, they got plenty of those. Then a must-have, and this was tough because I don't have a lot of content, but I'm a dork. And I love Disney Plus because I could rewatch the Marvel series in order for the next 5 months and I'd be happy. I could rewatch every Star Wars piece of content that's ever came out. Every movie in order, every series, every one-off from Rogue One to Kenobi to you name it.
Should we turn his mic off?
I wish I still had access to it.
That is my top 3. Kyle Wallace, you may not. If I know Kyle, he doesn't pay for them.
I have a top 3.
He mooches.
Yeah, I have a top 3.
You're the mooch.
Yeah, I always got to plug in a deal. Turn my music up. So for me, for me, the top 3, I'm right there with you. Netflix. Oh, I love me some Love is Blind. Boy, they in Minnesota right now. I love the drama. I love watching the drama. So Netflix because
of Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. I guarantee you, if Netflix didn't have Love is Blind, I wouldn't keep it.
That.
But you're gonna like it. But Netflix, and they have some good little holiday movies as well. So Netflix is my number 1. Number 2, you gotta have Max. Gotta have Max. You wanna know why? Because you can watch movies, you can watch shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but more importantly, you can watch 90 Day Fiancé. I can watch all my 90 Day
every streaming service that Kyle has to have an element of crappy reality TV show.
Duh. What do you mean? Of course. And so Max, and shout out, I don't even know how I have Max. I think I got it through the parents. I don't even know. And then the last one, you said it, it's Hulu. It's definitely Hulu. Because Hulu once in a while.
Why are you saying it like that?
Is it Hulu or Hulu?
Are you being real?
It's Hulu. I'm just playing with you.
Right.
Dang, boys, fellas, I'm just joking. But I'll tell you this, is that Hulu is barely on this list because because I call it Hulu. So
all right, he's done. Alex
Wait a minute. My honorable mention is YouTube because YouTube is free. And you can watch Kyle,
so you're done.
Brust, and Nortman whenever you want on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Strofe, top 3, go.
Number 1, YouTube, so you can check out Mr. Relevant and Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Yeah, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Please subscribe, yes. We're on there every day.
It's free. You don't have to pay. It's a streaming service that's absolutely free. Every Monday through Friday, you will get a new episode.
And you can watch concerts for free on there like I do.
My girlfriend literally watches podcasts nonstop on YouTube.
You can watch Aaron Rodgers highlights.
Yeah, like YouTube.
Those are fun to watch. I do love the YouTube element of highlights.
Yeah, and then literally kids.
Ben Brust, 2010 to 14, relive the glory days.
Wait a minute. What did we watch on YouTube during show prep today?
Oh, we were.
Ben Brust 2015. Or no, 2015.
Oh, this would have been 2006, my first dunk. We were talking about dunks. Yeah, and I was like, hey, check me out.
Watch me dunk when I was 15.
Hey, check me out. I'm on the YouTube.
It's because he couldn't successfully do a left-handed layup, so he had to attempt to dunk.
No, I can make wide-open left-hand layups. If there was any traffic in the way, that thing was not going in. And if it did, I was surprised.
Does YouTube TV count as a streaming service?
Yes, you pay for it. It does.
Okay, then I put YouTube TV number 1.
Okay, I see what you're doing here.
Very expensive.
No, I'm saying no television. Straight streaming, content.
YouTube TV streams.
Well, then it goes Hulu number 1, The League. If you have the ESPN Plus bundle, you can watch the little Horizon League hoops.
Oh.
What else is on Hulu? A lot of good stuff on Hulu.
Yeah.
Family Guy, easy watch.
That's what I'd said. But for Hulu, it's a lot of rewatchable TV.
Number 2 for me is Apple TV Plus.
Oh, I don't have that.
Yeah, I'm watching Severance right now.
The morning show. I haven't started Severance yet, but I've heard it's phenomenal.
You're going to love it.
Everything on Apple TV Plus is a 10 out of 10 good.
Oh, wow.
Really?
How much is that per month?
It's not bad. Something in the 10 to 12 range.
It all adds up, though.
12.
It sure does. Tell me about it.
$150 a year. Oof. Gas money.
Is that it?
Netflix number 3.
So a lot of the dads are chiming in with Disney Plus. Sam chimes in, you're going to need that bundle. I already said earlier, I have the bundle because I got the kid and I got the Disney Plus, the Hulu, the ESPN Plus, because as we mentioned to start the 414 hour at 4, we as hosts at ESPN Wisconsin do not have ESPN Plus. It is not a perk of the job, but we are okay with it.
That's okay.
Because we have jobs.
I get to be courtside. Get to be courtside.
Kyle's kissed the butt of our CEO so much on Sunday Karma, he gives him courtside seats.
I think it's because of the fact that I do a show for free on Sundays.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, I've been doing it free since 2020.
I've been doing it free for a month and a half. Nobody's offered me courtside tickets.
Disney Plus is essential for Bluey alone. I haven't reached the Bluey era of...
it's coming.
You know, my girlfriend turns that on for the dog.
Dog. I just saw a video of a dog stopping what they were doing.
She loves
to watch Bluey.
She will lay on the couch, and she's like, okay, love my dog.
Not your dog, it's hers.
She's 11 pounds. Her brain is not the biggest. But
she like her stepdaddy, huh? Little dumb.
Unbelievable.
That was good. She sits there and watches Bluey. It's crazy. Al called me dumb. I don't know how to react.
I mean, a dog for TV. We're going too far. Take it for a walk.
No, dog. That too, calm him down.
Get him a sedative.
Oh, wow. You're trying to drug dogs now? My goodness.
They got CBD for that.
Well, she lives downtown, a lot of noises, loud cars.
So you throw on Bluey for her.
Little background noise, right.
Jake in Milwaukee, top 3 streaming services. Go.
I got Paramount Plus, great, Netflix, and I got my last one, I agree with you guys, Hulu.
Hulu?
I hate how you say that.
I hate it too. Cody chimes in. This is interesting. Bluey will make you cry as a parent. Love that show.
Yeah, it's lovely. Good message.
Am I going to cry watching kid shows?
I've never seen it. What happened to Blue's Clues? What happened to the Rugrats? What happened to the mischievous kids?
Speaking of Blue's Clues, number 1, you have a shirt just like him. But number 2, not currently.
Not currently, but you do have a Steve from Blue's Clues shirt.
Oh, yes,
have you seen him on the internet? He will stop in and say, "How you doing?" And then he'll just shake his head and listen. And people are like commenting their life stories away because it makes them emotional.
We're so soft.
Oh, we're talking to a computer screen that can't even see us.
But it's Steve.
I don't care.
Listen, baby boomers and Gen X, you failed your children. We're talking to a screen.
Yeah. I'm with Kyle on this one.
We're having therapy on YouTube.
I guess it's free. Kyle, you do like the word free. It's free therapy.
No, thank you. No, if I'm going to get therapy, I want real therapy where they can respond and validate my feelings.
Now you sound like a Gen... Now your boomers and Gen Xers are mad that you're talking about your feelings being validated.
Isn't that what therapy's for? To say, yeah, Kyle, you were right with that situation with your lunch bag.
No, that's not how therapy goes. They don't just validate your feelings. They help you find solutions on how to be better and not have your bag stolen with all your food.
I mean, I'm pretty damn good without therapy then.
Yeah. Been meaning to talk to you.
Oh, no.
Just to tell us about the installation process.
Oh, my gosh. I'm telling y'all this right now. Call my friends at Universal Windows Direct, because if you are thinking about replacing your windows, do not hesitate. Call my friends at Universal Windows Direct. We had our installation day last Monday, and we are loving our windows. I'm telling you this right now. Every time I look out of it right now, I'm just like, dang, this is mine. And I feel the window. I'm like, yep, you're right. The edge of the glass is definitely warmer. My room isn't as cold as what it was before. I legitimately was laying in bed with my girl, and I said, man, this is the best decision I made. And guess what? When you make a decision to work with Universal Windows Direct, you don't have to pay off your bill, and you have 0 interest for 3 years. Yes, 36 months. You get 36 months to pay off your great investment in your windows in your home. So don't have a drafty window. Don't have a cold house. Get with my friends at Universal Windows Direct right now. And remember, they have buy 2, get 2 right now going on. Yes, buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Buy 6, get 6. There is absolutely no limit. So why wait? Upgrade your home today with Universal Windows Direct. Contact them at 414-410 to schedule your free home consultation. I'm telling you, they'll walk through everything for you. They'll let you know what will be work out for you. Just call them today, 414-410-2000 to schedule your free estimate today, or visit universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
More Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to this College of Letters. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Eastbound 94 still slowing down a bit from about 70th Street all the way through to 35th. Westbound's backed up from 16th Street to Hawley Road. Then you'll be backed up again from Calhoun all the way towards the Barker Road area. Southbound 43 backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Back on the brakes from Belt Beecher all the way down towards the KK River crossing. Northbound slowing down around the North Avenue curve up towards Center Street. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, a few flurries, still very cold, low of 6 at the lake, 0 inland. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 24. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Join their 2-man scramble tournament and play TPC Scottsdale for a chance to win cash through the 28th. Sign up at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Join the Milwaukee Bucks as the team celebrates historically black colleges and universities with HBCU Night, presented by Johnson Controls on February 20th. Enjoy pregame, halftime, and postgame events that honor the legacy and excellence of historically black colleges and universities and those who attended them. For more information and to purchase a ticket package, visit bucks.com/impact. That's bucks.com/impact.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time, one of a kind, living in a world gone plastic, baby you're so classic.
I still can't believe this happened. Mark Attanasio just has a way of mixing up words. It just didn't even need to be said. It wasn't even in like the question. And he brought it up himself.
His response was very telling. The response was, I don't have a perfect answer.
Well, we've been playing the shortcut.
Yeah, the long one is.
We don't have to listen to the whole 2 minutes, but if you listen to the start of him talking, to him talking about, is it my job, asking rhetorically to put together a world championship team, into talking about CC Sabathia, that
nobody asked about.
I don't know where I'm going right now, and now I'm just talking. This was Mark Attanasio today with, I believe you said Adam McCalvey.
Mark, given all that's happened in the Yelich contract since, in his career since he signed that, do you foresee ever doing a deal of that magnitude again, or do you think?
Sure. Yeah. Just has to be the right player in the right time in our life cycle. And I think, I thought about this a lot when we did the contract with Yelly. It's great to have generational players that the fans can follow. We had Yount and that, and so you get into some of the questions. What's your job? Forget about calling yourself, if you're the steward of baseball here. Is my job to win a World Series? Now it's going to everybody say, oh, he doesn't think he has to win a World Series, but it's my job to win a World Series. It's my job to provide a summer of entertainment and passion and a way for families to come together. And I actually, because you don't know when you sign with these, I decided it was that more so than, what could you get for a Christian Yelich in a trade, and how would that go into the fancy computer model that Matt and his team have, and so I'm committed to that, and I'm committed to the legacy of all the players. CC comes back, Hall of Famer CC Sabathia.
You guys remember that guy?
He was here for 2 months, and he has a connection here. I try to keep connections.
All right, I've had enough, because my favorite part is now, after listening to that twice, the question of, do you foresee doing a Christian Yelich contract again?
Yep, Yelich deal. That was the question.
That was the question. And somehow he spurted out.
CC Sabathia has connections.
That, and he brought up the championship team building thing. And that was not part of anything he needed to rhetorically ask himself / answer in the moment.
Brother, my chicken scratch, I'm going through it. Yelich deal to him somehow getting, what is my job? Is my job really to win a World Series, or is it to provide a summer of entertainment and passion for families to come together?
Are you going to sign somebody again like Christian Yelich to a long-term deal if you think they're good enough to help the team elevate to a championship?
And then he said, is Christian here? We trade him. We put it, Matt Arnold, the general manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, does he put it into his fancy model? We're committed to the legacy of the players. What?
That was zig, zag, zong, zing,
basically,
zig, zag, zong.
He took the question that he heard from Adam McCalvey from Milwaukee Brewers.
I haven't talked to the media in a while. Here's what's going on in my brain.
Literally, he took that, and he knew that the question was, will you sign players like Christian Yelich ever again? And his response was, sure, but hell no, I'm not going to do it ever again, because Christian hasn't been as healthy as we would like him to be, and he's had injuries.
But we love generational players.
Yeah, we love them, but we're not going to do it. That basically, he heard a question and he answered something else, because he said, no, I'm not making big signings. It's just not generational players. They're not coming here. Don't come. It's not happening.
Basically,
that's what he's trying to say.
When Jackson Churrio's contract is up,
he's gone.
See you later.
Listen,
and actually, halfway through the contract, if he's playing to a level of ridiculousness,
where he wants more money.
Yeah.
Well, what they'll say is that we can pay you, because even Ryan Braun's deal that he had. Ryan Braun took a hometown discount to stay here in Milwaukee, right? Christian Yelich, again, a hometown discount to stay here in Milwaukee, because he caught them when they were happy and they were positive. At the end of the day, what you're finding out is Jackson Chourio, if he gets 4 years into that, I think it was a 7 or 8 year contract, Strofe, or something like that.
10, I think.
Oh, it's 10-year contract. My goodness, 180-something million. When he gets halfway through that contract and he realizes that he's vastly underpaid and he asks for more money.
Hey, Mr. Mark.
The Brewers are going to say, hey, we can pay you, but it ain't, it's going to be at a discounted rate. And then they're going to end up trading him.
Yeah,
too.
You're at 8 year, $82 million.
$82 million. And so we're there. He just knows.
It already sounds light to me after 75% of a season.
I mean, Yeah. Because I guess he would have 6 years of controllable years anyway, or something like that. So but at the end of the day, Milwaukee Brewers fans, what we just heard was our owner let us know that winning World Series titles are not a priority here in Milwaukee. But you having a fun, energetic summer, entertaining summer where you and your family could make memories, that is the priority for him.
They worked with you. You love the Nacho Cup.
I do love the Nacho Cup, but I would love to taste the World Series. I would love to see the roster that we have with great guys on this team. You got Jackson Chourio locked up, but I would love to see a Bryce Terang who popped out last year, a William Contreras who is a really, really good catcher, and hopefully he stays around for a while. A Joey Ortiz stay around for a while. I would like to see some of these young core guys be here for a while.
All right, let's talk hypothetical with Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace here.
Yes, what hypothetical could we be
When the Bucks won a championship, you snuck onto the floor.
I walked onto the court like everybody else.
And you took confetti that you carry with you every day.
I sure got in my coat.
The Brewers win a World Series. You sneaking on the field to get some grass?
If I am
or some
there,
dirt?
If I am there, and
you got to do it now. You set a precedent. Set a precedent.
No, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I am not the first to do anything, but if I see about 10 people on the field and they ain't stopping nobody, I'm going to hell. If you ain't on, I'm on. But I'm not gonna be the first one. Mm-mm.
So you waited till others were on the court.
Yes. I was like, well,
you're so fake tough.
What do you mean fake tough? Hey, I don't want to be arrested. I don't want to get kicked out or banned out of places, Ben. What do you mean fake tough? Yes, I like having my freedom to move about everywhere I want to go.
Well, I can tell you in about, let's see here, Homer Hour comes up at 5 o'clock.
Today. Is Homer here today? I
saw him.
Oh, he is out there.
He's going to be coming up for a little crosstalk, and then the Homer Hour is from 5 to 6. Then I'll be on the weekly wager from 6 to 7. It is your last call at the end of the show before I leave for the weekly wager to join in on over 83.5 wins. You don't have to make the decision now.
Okay, before?
Before I leave at about 5:20.
Let me text baby girl to see what money looking like.
Do I put 100 in for Brad and then just be like, Brad, you owe me $100?
You might want to talk to Lexi about that.
Is she on the vacation?
Yes.
No, she's not.
I thought it was a guy's trip.
No, it's a guy's trip.
I thought that was the last one.
No,
no. They brought
they brought
the babies and the whole shebang down in Florida.
I really do have bad memory.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Checked out by
you gotta get checked out.
But we can't bully him because he got things.
The old guy that's gonna join us has a better memory than you.
No, I got a good memory for some stuff.
Homer's got a better memory.
Won't argue with that.
His brothers and sisters went to Ivy League schools.
It's true.
So I'll be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel for the weekly wager from 6 to 7, placing a bet, looking at that 2,000 square foot video wall, and enjoying everything possible. I got basketball at 8:20, and I got some winnings to collect from the Super Bowl that may be invested back into that 83.5 over-under for the Brewers win total. That being said, they got table games. Strophy and I usually have done that a couple times in between my Wednesday basketball league. They got some slots. They got some bingo. They got it all at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Use your rewards cards on their sportsbook kiosks. They have it all. PaysBig.com. Build your bets. PaysBig.com/sportsbook. Homer, next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Fingers come in different sizes.
It's one of the first things you learn as a jeweler.
And a ring can only be sized up or down a little bit.
which means it's a really good thing to know your ring size.
And it's an even better thing to know their ring size.
This is why we're announcing
The Ring Size Registry at Kessler's.
we're doing it as a public service. It's completely free.
Free. Isn't that a great price?
Here's how it works.
Just drop into any Kessler's Diamonds location and tell one of the owners that you'd like to know your ring size.
Kessler's is an employee-owned company, so whoever greets you at the door is an owner.
They'll determine your ring sizes and add them to our Ring Size Registry.
Then, when someone wants to know your ring size,
Because, maybe they want to surprise you.
all they have to do is call or stop into Kessler's.
Surprises can be fun, don't you think?
We're happy to do this for you, even if you don't buy a ring from us.
But after you take a look around, we think you probably will. Visit KesslersDiamonds.com for a location near you and register your ring sizes today.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct. February is here and love is in the air, but if you're not in love with the way your home feels this winter, Universal Windows Direct has the perfect solution with their Love Your Windows sales event. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4 windows, you pay for 2. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Get ready, Oak Creek. Tsunami Express is making a splash with a brand new location at 6900 South 27th Street. Join the grand opening celebration February 12th through the 23rd. Enjoy free washes and snag an unbeatable deal. Just $5 for your first month of unlimited washes. Plus, 100% of the grand opening proceeds go to Special Spaces Wisconsin, creating dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. Make a difference while getting your car sparkling clean at Tsunami Express in Oak Creek. See you there. Offer valid for new members only. Terms and conditions apply.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockeronthelake.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Colette. Join Homer next summer overseas and explore the many shades of Ireland. Text Homer to 800-990-3776 for full details on how you can make this memorable journey happen.
It is time for our guy Homer to join us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Grub just made me mad.
I know.
I took all the food, did everything.
No, you didn't take it.
Did it all, took it all. Did a communal area. I can do whatever the hell I want.
The old grub just made me mad.
Well, slow down, Kyle, because I actually am on Team Homer. Kyle left a Target bag with his protein bars, a bag of salad, and cashews in the communal area, which is the key portion of all this. Am I right, Homer?
I don't care if he left a car. I don't care if he left his clothes from the last week. You put it in an area, that means anybody can do
It was
whatever
an
they want.
accident. The fridge is literally.
That's on you.
That's on him. It's your
an
responsibility.
You can't make that accident.
No, I just want to know. Honestly, to be real.
So
I
yeah,
just wanna know-
Kyle left his car running with the keys in it, but somebody took it, and it's everyone's fault but his.
If somebody stole your car with the keys in it, that you're an idiot for leaving
That's
the keys
what you
in it.
did. You're an
But
idiot for leaving
but
food
it
in the
doesn't
communal area.
It does not justify somebody stealing your car.
That's not actually a good comparison.
Yeah, it doesn't
If
justify.
you have an area where if you leave a car, it's where you leave cars where someone else can take them.
I guess that is the cop.
Yes.
I just want to know.
I can't believe you would leave stuff in a computer.
I want to know who thought they was the office administrator and decided to do somebody else's job. Wait a minute, and look in the bag. And then see the salad, and then make the executive decision without conferring and speaking to the office administrator.
Speaking to the office, you're making this office administrator sound like this person is like the god power of everything that goes on.
I don't pounce on anything until Amy or somebody sends the email to say go grab it.
That's nice of you. Not from in a communal area. Anything
They're
is
hyenas.
okay.
They're hyenas, and I feel like Simba and Scar.
Fine.
Not Scar. Scar's bad. I feel like Mufasa.
You put it in a hyena area, you can't get upset with the
These dang hyenas.
Ding, ding, ding. You put it in the hyena area.
This is the thing. How do you put something there?
It was because that's where when you see, Homer, you don't eat here. What happens is if you have your lunch, sometimes you take.
I know radio rules. For
sometimes you take your lunch out, you put it on the counter behind us that's there, and you take your food out and you organize your food. I organized my food. I got to talking, and I didn't have my bowl. That's what the big thing is I meant to eat my salad.
Bowl, the popcorn bowl.
I didn't have my bowl, Homer, and I had to make an order.
I don't care of any of this.
I agree.
You leave it in the communal area.
I've never agreed more with Homer.
And I would say this.
Homer, if you leave anything in that community, that cell phone you got, the SOS Ben Brust will say SOS Kyle Walsh, you leave it out there.
I leave it in that communal area.
It might get stolen.
It will get taken, and it's not stolen.
And Homer would say, Homer would take responsibility and said, I left it with the hyenas.
You take
Homer,
it and
you
put it
better
in
not
there.
ever leave nothing out there, or it's mine. Don't go to to the bathroom and leave something out there. It is mine. And I would say, Homer, play back the show from 219 on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and that is why I am taking ownership of anything you have out there.
Fine,
Don't you leave nothing out there, Home Slice.
Just so you know, I put some of my son's artwork out there.
Did people take it?
No. So that told me.
You could have said yes to make your son feel better.
I wanted to find out if
it was good or not.
No, not. I mean, I know how good it is.
It
but
might be great. But
I wanted to know.
Wait, is it worth a lot? Could I have resold it?
No, it's not worth a lot yet. I believe one day it will be. But my point was, I wanted to see if someone would take it, recognizing that I had given them the ability to do so.
You gave the hyenas an opportunity to take the art. The hyenas didn't want the art. They want the food.
Unless you tell people. Most people, I'm not touching anything because I don't know if it's out there and available for people. Now, the people that came after the first,
you left the food where people leave thank you notes in our office, so we send thank you notes to partners.
It was closed. I just want to know the person that had the gumption that decided to make the executive decision.
I'm trying to explain that to you. I can easily someone who sees this and then look at there's the salad. It's not healthy for someone to eat that salad, so I'm going to throw that one away.
How desperate are people here in this office to look in somebody else's bag just to be?
It's not labeled. It's a Target bag.
What is this?
What's in this bag, bro? It's not your business to look in bags.
Once it's in that area, it's everybody's business.
If you are not the office administrator, you keep your hands off of anything and everything in this office. And thank you to the office administrator for sending that email to let people know.
I think you should be a part-time office administrator.
Want me?
I actually think you should start walking around this vest with
a great idea.
You should walk around this office with a vest and an orange vest and a whistle. Hey, you don't do that.
And you start controlling that area, I'm coming after you.
If y'all think that Jesse Nelson is the hall monitor, don't let me get a vest and some power.
Fine, you be the hall monitor, whatever you want. You better not be the hall monitor in that communal area.
I would tell most people, shut up, stop all that noise. You're supposed to be working right now. Don't
do that all you want.
Don't give me some power.
You don't
to tell
touch
people to
anything in there and take it away.
I'm the part-time office administrator. I'm gonna tell people, don't you touch that. Don't you touch that.
Put it in your email title, okay?
I'm office administrator. Office administrator.
What I do want you to do, Kyle, is I want you to look in the mirror.
Have you realized that you just made a mistake. That's all this is.
He won't admit it.
I said,
okay, I'm just asking.
Homer,
Sorry to bother. Take your time.
Homer,
yes.
I said I made a mistake, but I just cannot believe somebody had the audacity to look in the bag, see the salad, throw the salad out, and then have everybody else have at it. They didn't even ask. They didn't even ask the office administrator, say, hey, is this somebody?
When the Kringle people come by and they have the Kringles in the bag, we take them out of the bag, we set them out, and we eat them because they're in the communal area.
Oh, just wait. When that if they put
you're gonna make a great crossing
You're
guard
gonna
one
take
day.
everything in that communal
every
area.
damn thing. Don't y'all leave any Palermo pizza out there. You ain't gotta ask who stole it. It's me. Don't y'all leave no pizza oven out there. You ain't gotta ask who stole it. It's me. Don't.
My
leave
fiance says, is he being real or is he just crazy?
No, he's being.
And I'm saying he's being real and crazy.
I'm gonna purposely find the worst